Everyone, I'm going to call the 2025-2026 budget workshops, I guess, back to order because we recessed. So round 2 starts today. Hopefully it won't be as long as yesterday. I think we were here, I don't know, almost 12 hours yesterday in this building. Anyway, I've asked Commissioner Perkins to lead us in the prayer, and Commissioner Mobley is going to lead us in the pledge. So if y'all would, please stand.
Let us pray. God, our Father in heaven, we come once again, O God, humble before your presence, rendering thanks unto you, O God, and how you have blessed us and how you kept us, O God. Lord, we thank you for your presence today in this meeting, O God. Ask, dear God, you guide us, keep us, O God. Give us the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding, dear God, to handle the thing to come before this board. We pray, God, you bless everyone that's here, O God. And we pray, O God, you continue to bless this board. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we're going to start today on tab 3 for our outside agency request, and we have up first the Arc of North Florida.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome.
I don't have my partner in crime. His Dynavox went down, so he can't talk. So I said, well, I'll go handle it. He gets so excited about this. Anywho, I want to thank you guys for your continued support for our agency, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about the impact that you do make. Right now, just our day program, we serve 32 people, which is 32 of your families in the community who can go to work, hold down a job, get respite, do the things that they need to do that gives back to the community ultimately. And then we have our 2 group homes, which serves 8. Right now we're licensed for 10 on Merrimack Street, and then Blackburn is 6. And our beds are full in the homes. We've had an uptick of referrals in that. I think as people are aging, the need comes about. But I wanted to share a couple things with you as we've opened a small, we call it the Rummage Barn. You've probably seen it on Gold Kist, and that provides the individuals some working skills, and we don't pay sub-minimum wage. They make minimum wage and learn to work with their community and things like that. So we are trying to, uphold our part. And then the second thing, which we're very excited about, is Kiwanis Club here in Live Oak is sponsoring our Action Club, which is a sect of Kiwanis, and we'll be doing community give back. And our individuals we have 12 members, and they, went through the elections and have their president and all of that. So the lists provided of people are asking you today, we'll probably be in touch with to see what kind of projects we can do for them. But anyway, do you guys have any questions about what we've submitted?
No, ma'am, I do not. Any commissioner have any questions for the ARC?
Ma'am.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Next up, Disabled American Veterans.
Crosses for the community?
No, I'm going down the list, this list.
Oh, you're going down that list, okay.
I guess I could, but I don't know if this has been
That's fine.
publicized or not.
Yep.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
I'm Mike Peretta. I'm the commander of DAV Suwannee Memorial 126 here in Live Oak and also Lake City. I'd like to thank the committee for your continued support on behalf of the veterans of the county. The funding that you provide us goes a long way in helping our disabled American veterans with their quality of life. So, and I'm open for any questions you may have.
Anyone have any questions for Mike, right?
Yes, sir.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Mike?
Yeah.
No, we're good.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Keith, would it be easier if I go down the list in the book versus
We go by what's in the agenda.
this? Which one you want to go by?
By the agenda.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's on the
All right. Next up is the Historical Commission. Chairperson. Welcome, Ms. Hines.
Yes, I'm representing Eric Busgrove this morning, and we would like to thank you guys for your continued support at the Suwannee County Historical Commission. And As you know, I'm a newbie, so if you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them today.
I don't have any questions.
I don't either.
We talked about the historical societies is in the train depot.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So there's some repairs that the county is going to be making to that building. There's some extensive repairs Mr. Durham informed us of that'll be needing to happen in the next couple of years. But
Yes.
anyway, I'm glad we were able to take over that building.
And we're glad
Obviously,
to. Yes.
it was becoming unaffordable for y'all to raise the funds, and heck, it might be unaffordable for us from what he told me yesterday.
The building is 120 years old, so.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't have any questions. Any board members have any questions for Ms. Hines?
No, just appreciate it.
Thank y'all for coming. I think we're good
All right.
with y'all.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Suwannee Valley 4Cs up next. Welcome.
The executive director, Michelle Ward, couldn't be here this morning. I'm Falonzi Raggins. I'm the fiscal administrator for the agency. Thank you for the opportunity to share information today about our Head Start and Early Head Start programs. Head Start and Early Head Start programs nationwide serve over 800,000 children and their families each year. As the local grantee for Head Start and Early Head Start in Columbia, Hamilton, Lafayette, and Suwannee counties, our agency serves 365 birth to 5-year-olds and their families each year. In Suwannee County specifically, we serve a total of 120 children. That's 48 birth to 3-year-olds at our Azalea Park Center and 72 preschoolers at our Live Oak Learning Center. The vast majority of families served are below the federal poverty level, which include foster children, homeless children, and children with disabilities are eligible. So we serve the neediest of the needy children in Suwannee County. The Head Start program is highly regarded in the field of early childhood education and is constantly evolving with best practices in early childhood care and services. We are not a daycare. Our program services are comprehensive and intended to prepare at-risk children for kindergarten. We also work with families to support achieving self-sufficiency. We provide individualized child and family services, including education and early childhood development, nutrition, health, social services, family services, and parent involvement. Once again, we're asking for a $10,000 donation for fiscal year 2026 so that we can continue to serve these children. Any questions?
I do not, Ms. Reagan. Anybody have any questions, Ms. Reagan?
That's good.
Thank you.
No, ma'am, we're good. Thank you. Next up, Suwannee Valley Genealogical Society. I don't think we're going to, after the way your husband blistered us yesterday, I don't know if we're going to give you anything. I'm just kidding.
Okay, separate. Okay.
Oh, wait.
That has nothing.
So you don't know that guy, huh? She don't know that guy.
Hey, he's not here with me.
Yeah, that's right.
You see, I left him at home.
I'm just kidding with you. Yeah, you left him at home. That's right.
Well, I want to thank y'all for all your help that you've given us in the past, and I would like to invite y'all to the library. I don't believe any of y'all have ever been over, and but we have quite the large group of records, and I want to. We're full volunteer. In fact, one of my volunteers is here, and there's 4 of us that volunteer. Of course, it costs us to to come in. Mm-hmm. But any questions?
No, ma'am. Y'all have any questions for Ms. Hancock?
No.
I think so.
Thank you.
You should come by yourself more often. I'm just kidding. I'm picking because he's not here, so you'll have to tell him later.
Oh, he'll love it.
Next up, I got Vivid Visions. Hey, here we go. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. I'm Carol Johnson. I'm the Executive Director of Vivid Visions. This is Sarah Cordero. She's our Program Director. We just want to thank y'all for your continued support that you guys provide every year. We can't do what we do without you guys. I know every year we kind of give a rundown of the services that we provide, but I did want to add that last year we were able to secure a $60,000 housing grant that was strictly for housing for survivors of domestic violence. That will pay for a couple of months' rent, any type of utilities, any type of moving costs, and it will also allow them to put a down payment on a home, or if they can get a mobile home or something like that, it also allows us to do that. So with that being in effect, we have been able to help more survivors move quickly through services and quickly out of the shelter so that we're having more space to bring more people in. So we have noticed an uptick in that. We're still staying full. We're still having to turn people away. However, with this new housing grant that we secured, we are able to get them moving out of shelter faster and into housing. So we've been thankful for that. Do you have any questions?
I got one real quick. How do most folks get referred to you? Is it through law enforcement in a domestic violence case, or is it?
So we have a 24-hour hotline that's available, and of course we have our website. If anybody sends a message via our website or they call the hotline, they'll immediately have a risk assessment done, and if they're in need, then we'll bring them in. Then we also get referrals from law enforcement. If there's a domestic violence case, they will send us the police report. We'll reach out to the survivor. We also have a program, it's the CPI program, which is a co-located advocate. We have an advocate that's actually housed in the DCF office in the state of Florida. If there is a domestic violence case and law enforcement is called, there's an automatic, and children are there in the home, there is an automatic call to the Department of Children and Families. So we even have an advocate there in the DCF office that has an office so that she can kind of be a liaison between the Department of Children and Families and mom, so that we're not re-victimizing mom by taking the kids if she's not the perpetrator or the dad, whomever is the survivor. So we have that also. We also work with River Oak Technical. Sarah teaches classes to all of the healthcare students. So sometimes we'll have them call and say, hey, listen, we got somebody we need to talk to. The health department, doctor's offices, you would really be surprised at the amount of people that just call and need us. But our main referrals come from law enforcement, the hotline, and even the courthouse. So if you go down there and you need an injunction, chances are they're going to call Sarah and I to assist you with that injunction.
State Attorney's Office, too. They've been sending a lot recently, so.
Anybody have any questions for them?
Thank you. Appreciate your work you do.
Commissioner Perkins.
Thank you.
Do you all offer counseling to
Yes, sir.
victims?
Yes, sir. Anyone can call anytime. We do have group counseling sessions, and we also do provide individual counseling services. And we also provide, if it's because we see outreach clients also, which means we have the shelter, and the participants that go into shelter, they're out at our shelter location. They have advocates on site 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide counseling services and things like that. Then we have our administration office, which is for survivors who may not be in need of shelter, but they're still in need of services. They still need assistance with daycare. They still need assistance with resumes or work history or anything like that.
Lawyers and.
Yeah, their attorneys. Sarah will assist them in getting a pro bono attorney or attorney that they can afford to assist them with that. So we do have the two different locations, and we provide counseling services and group services also at our administrative offices, and we charge for nothing. No counseling, nothing. We charge for nothing whatsoever. We always have shampoo, conditioner, hygiene items on hand if anybody needs any of that, even if they're in the community. I don't care if they were a victim 20 years ago. If they need help, then we're going to make sure that they can get what they need.
So the next time any of us are in the doghouse, we can call y'all and come on over there.
We'll get you fixed right up.
Sit here and think. No. But no, seriously, thank you guys for what you do.
Thank y'all for what you
Thank
do.
you.
Your office does, yep.
My wife will kill me later.
Commissioner Hale, you're supposed to hear what Nina said.
Next up, Suwannee County Chamber of Commerce.
Need to hear it.
Ms. Hampton.
Would you put a no next to that.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We already put an X.
Yep.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Good morning. I'm Danielle Hampton with the Suwannee County Chamber. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the staff, I would like to say thank you for giving us this opportunity to be included in the budget workshop again. So don't X us out. The county's investment in the Chamber allows us to do great things in the community. It's a vital part in our ability to sustain, succeed, and grow. We have some exciting things happening in the Chamber that will be beneficial not only to our local businesses, but to the community as a whole. I'm sure you're already familiar with our 4 major events. The Gala, which serves as our annual meeting. The golf tournament is always a fun event. Our upcoming Business of the Year Awards banquet gives the community a chance to showcase their favorite local business or nonprofit organization. The awards banquet is scheduled for October 2nd, that's this year, at the Coliseum. Nominations are already open, so you can find more details on our website at SuwanneeChamber.com. Call us or even stop by. And our heavy hitter, Christmas on the Square, is always the first weekend in December, downtown Live Oak. We open registration in March and have about 70 people already registered. This is year 41. This event has been around almost as long as I have. It's a great event for the community, and they're always looking forward to it. In between preparing for our 4 major events, we also have ribbon cuttings and co-host mix and mingles, at which there is one scheduled this afternoon at Graphic Avenue at 5:30 p.m. You all are invited, so we hope that you'll be there to show your support for this local business. Between ribbon cuttings and mix and mingles, we also offer monthly workshops that are facilitated by our own chamber members, and it's completely free to the community. We're teaming up with the Small Business Administration, SBA, and planning a small business resource fair in the fall. It will be a great benefit to whoever is trying to start a business, already have an existing business, or even just thinking about it. It's also free as well. The Chamber is also involved in the Lift Up Live Oak initiative. This group's main focus is coming together as a community in hopes to revitalize and enhance our already special town. There are a few things in the works, and you'll hear about it soon. Finally, I'm happy to announce that we've brought back our Leadership Suwannee program. We have 27 registered attendees. The program starts this month and will end in February. The attendees will graduate at our gala in March. The Chamber is growing. In fact, we have 370 members. Just to give you some statistics, between January and August of last year, we had 12 members to join. This year, January to August, we have 41.
Wow.
So we're growing, yeah.
Good.
And it's because of your help to help us continue to stay busy and thriving through our community. Again, I want to say thank you for your continued support in the Chamber, to the Chamber and our wonderful Suwannee County. Thank you.
Thank you,
Any
Ms. Hampton.
questions?
Anybody have any questions for Ms. Hampton?
I just want to say thank you to you and the Chamber. I see you got a bunch of the members out there.
Y'all went
I know y'all do a lot and spend a lot of your free time doing it, so thank you
Yes.
from us too.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Keep up your
Anybody
work.
else?
No.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Hampton.
Good work up.
Next up, Fishing for Heroes is Mr. Cadle. There he is. I know you were hung up in traffic.
I had a bad wreck on 90 coming over here. Both lanes, both ways, really, there was 6 cars involved. Wow, it was bad. I'm doing Fishing for Heroes now. You know, Hooked on Heroes got very bad shape when the hurricane hit Steinhatchee. They're still not capable of handling Hooked on Heroes. They don't have enough room. All the spaces over there were taken up. So now we're doing a thing called Fishing for Heroes, where we raise funds to help veterans in need. If they're in need of making their rent payment, or if they're in need of gasoline or groceries or anything like this. We're doing this now to support our veterans and continue going on. I appreciate all your support I've gotten from you in the past, and I hope you can continue with us. I use the VFW, DAV, American Legion, all these organizations have veterans come to them.
and need help, but a lot of them can't do everything, so I pick up the difference. And also get information from domiciliary and like this if their veterans are in need. So that's basically now, we do a big fishing tournament every year where we raise prizes and give out prizes and this kind of stuff to raise money to help us. And I'd appreciate if y'all continue supporting me.
Have you set the location and a date of your fishing tournament yet?
Our tournament every year right now is Mother's Day weekend. That seems to be, we get the most people out for the tournament. This past tournament, we had Mother's Day weekend while we had 65 participants.
Where's it at?
Most we had Steinhatchee. Yeah, we're doing it at Seahag Marina.
Okay. Any commissioners got any questions for Mr. Cadle?
No.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank y'all.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Next up, I got United Way of Suwannee Valley.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Morning.
Jennifer Ankers unfortunately wasn't able to make it today. Her daughter is going to school at Auburn, and she's up in Alabama helping her move in, so she asked me to fill in for her. My name is Mike Carter. I'm a Suwannee County resident, and I'm also on the United Way board. United Way supports several nonprofit agencies in Suwannee County. Several are here today. They include Love Inc., PAL, Vivid Visions, The Ark of North Florida, and Voices for Children. Last year, the Suwannee County campaign raised $52,000, but between allocations and mini grants, we paid out $137,000 to Suwannee County agencies. So that's $85,000 more than we raised in the county. Hopefully, we can change that in the future, but it's disproportionate to what we raise here right now. In addition, we run several grant programs. One of those is the homeless services, which we paid out $111,000 last year in rental assistance and utility assistance to Suwannee County residents. Also, we have a disaster relief program that helps with hurricane damage, and we paid out $150,000 to Suwannee County residents last year for that. So all said and done, United Way had an impact in Suwannee County of $398,000. We appreciate your support, and I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Carter?
No.
We're good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next up, we have PAL, Police Athletic League. Mr. Cherry, welcome, sir, and Mr. Ford.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I won't prolong things. The Suwannee County Police Athletic League been existing in Suwannee County for about 30 years now, and it's a great program for kids. And I want to thank you guys for getting the gym air conditioned this year. I think that's a great thing. I've been out there for 30 years with the kids after I retired out of the military. So we are doing good things here in Suwannee County for our kids, our youth. And we had a great summer program this year. Had about 35 kids in our summer program, and it was a six-week program. We were on a 6-week program, and we have 5 employees, certified school teachers out there helping those kids. So I'm just asking for the increase, and if you guys have any questions, I'm here to ask those questions. If not, I'll let Jason ask them for.
Furry.
Furry. Yeah, Mr. Furry.
Chewbacca.
Miss Cherry contacted me. She was a little concerned that the air conditioner in the Douglas Center was going to she's going to have to put you on a diet.
Well, she's exactly right. She's exactly right. Well, if you want to go on that, you just come on out there.
That's right. That's right. Y'all have any questions for Mr. Ford or Mr. Cherry? Y'all good? We good? Thank y'all for what y'all doing for those kids out there.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time and your service. I'm sure some of those kids, y'all may be some of the most positive influence that they have. So that's good. Where am I at? Welborn Community Association up next. We got anybody from Welborn? Anybody from Welborn?
Leo.
He don't even have his mic. All right, we'll circle back to them if see if they're coming. Next up, Hearthstone Botanical Gardens. Miss Mundy, she here? There she is.
Yes, Wilbur. Good
morning. How are you?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, I'm Judy Mundy from Hearthstone Gardens. I'm the director. And again, I want to thank all of you for the support you have given us over the past few years. Being a 501c3, we rely on donations, and you are a big one. So thank you very much. This year, we are going to with the funds, we are going to do some refreshing and then some new endeavors. One of the refreshments is we have gravel paths throughout the gardens, pea gravel, and they enable us to offer people who are in wheelchairs or handicapped ways to get through the garden. We need to refresh that gravel. And so then we have a story walk around Mirror Lake, which is 19 stories based on frogs. They look like so. And there are 19 of these plates. Either side has a different story. So we want to get another story. This is Goliath. He weighs 7 pounds and he gets 12 inches long.
Wow.
I've not seen him, but here he is here. At any rate, we would like to do get another story walk so that we just keep flipping them, and as people come out, there's a new story for kids, for adults, because everybody reads them. Then we have a learning center in the children's garden, and that center it needs refreshing with materials. We have binoculars, magnifying glasses, kites. We have bingo with bugs, not real bugs, but different bugs, so that it's not only fun, but it's educational. So we need to refresh that kind of those types of implements. The new endeavor is we're going to develop an edible and medicinal weed garden, which is like a weed garden. Well, yes, because weeds are medicinal and they are edible. Not all weeds, but weeds that grow in Florida. So we will isolate the most prominent ones. We have to excavate the area. We have to amend the soil. We have to, of course, pick out our plants. Major point will be signage, not just the identification of the plant, but what it does and what it's good for. So that is the new plan for the gardens. 37 acres. We're open every day, dawn to dusk, and everybody is welcome. I'm usually there in the mornings, but you can come anytime. Okay. So thank you very much.
You said weed garden. I saw all the chamber members get excited.
Yes, Danielle, she's not.
I think you can clarify that, like non-marijuana.
Very good.
Does anybody have any questions for Ms. Mundy?
One thing, I see you got a nursery license number.
Yes, I do. We have 2 greenhouses. One greenhouse is for growing. I buy mother plants, and then I take them down, I propagate them, and I have to make smaller plants, native plants or Florida-friendly plants. So one greenhouse is locked. It's a growing greenhouse, and people really like to go into that one. And because sometimes the plants walk, I need to have my mother plants under lock and key. The other greenhouse is open, and we sell plants on a donation basis. The only time I price a plant is when we have our annual plant sale in the spring. Other than that, if you find a plant you like, there's a little donation box in there. You give us some money, you take a plant home, so it's a win-win. It's on the honor system, and so far it's worked.
The reason I asked, I got a nursery, so that's why I was asking.
Oh, my goodness. Where's your nursery?
In McAlpin.
Okay, well, that's some distance. But we can visit each other.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all have any more questions for Ms. Mundy?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Crosses for Our Community. Crosses for Our Community. Anyone here from Crosses for Our Community? No. Suwannee Valley Unsolved. Anybody here from Suwannee Valley Unsolved? I couldn't make it. Okay. All right, so I'll circle back to Wellborn Community Association. Not here. Crosses for Community and Suwannee Valley Unsolved. Okay, guys.
He's here.
That's the last letter you got there.
Jack's here from McAlpin.
I got one from McAlpin Community Club.
Morning.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Name and address for the record?
Sure.
Jack Schoen, McAlpin Community Club president. What exactly are we?
Tell them what you want the money for.
Okay. I'm sorry for the tardiness.
This is his first time.
Your first timer, huh?
Yeah, just taking over president of the McAlpin Club. So we've had a heck of a turnout and a membership of the McAlpin Community Club. For those of you who don't know it, we're right off 129 across from the gas station and Dollar General in McAlpin, and things are really growing. We're doing quite a bit for the community with the farm share, quite a bit of volunteer work also in the community. So the building, for a lot of you may know or you may not know, is quite old, and it's attached to a volunteer fire department. So what we're looking for is to pressure wash the building and paint and caulk and do some maintenance on the exterior of our building. We've also got some foundation issues that we think we're addressing, but we're looking for a little help with painting and some exterior maintenance on the building. And this would be the first year that we've asked the commission for assistance, and anything you all can do to help would be highly appreciated. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Schoen?
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. I think that's all of them. Am I right, Nina, Keith? We can throw all of them. I'm just going to say this really quick. We talk about this every year. So as a board, I mean, these are taxpayer funds. We have these outside agencies that request. It's really hard on us to decide who gets what and be mindful of the taxpayers. I mean, because at some point you could say, as a taxpayer, hey, where does this stop? You know, like, hey, you got all these nonprofits, you know, and all of them are worthy in their own respects of what they're doing back for the community. But at the end of the day, we're the stewards of the taxpayers' dollars. So it's a really tough job for us. I mean, obviously, we would like to give everybody everything they ask for, as long as that nonprofit is vetted. But it's tough for us to determine what's the ROI, which ones are doing good, which ones maybe not so good, which ones would our constituents be okay with us giving money to. So if you don't get what you want, or you felt like you should get more or whatever, like, I'm with you, I get it, but it's our job, to be fiscally responsible for the taxpayer. So this is not easy for us. I think everybody here that's asking for something probably deserves something. But then again, this list, since I've been on the board, has went from probably 12 to closer to 15. And next year, I suspect there'll be one or two more that have heard that the county may fund them, and they'll be here asking for $1,000 or $2,000 too. So we have to be mindful of that, and it's not easy. I mean, it gets political, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So I just kind of say that to the public that's here, like, hey, we get it. We know your need. We're not against it, but also we're sitting here being held accountable to our constituents over the funds that we're in charge of. So I'll get off my soapbox. If anybody else wants to make a comment in regards to that before we start going through this list, y'all please chime in.
I just agree with you, Mr. Chairman. It's the same thing every year. You keep adding, and it's a tough decision to make, how much you give each one. So I agree with your comment.
Yeah, I mean, you feel good about giving the money because you're helping people. But on the flip side of that, you have to be fiscally responsible too, because we can't help everybody that walks through that door that's looking for money or for assistance. So you got to draw a line somewhere. All right, are y'all ready? You go through this list. I just did all the talking, so I'm gonna be quiet and let y'all start.
Just remember, we need 3.
You need consensus on 3 of each one. So we'll start with the ARC. Their request last year, and I'm just going to go through these, and y'all tell me what you want to do. Last year we funded $30,000. Their request for the ARC this year is $30,000.
I'm okay with that.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, Wayne.
You good with that?
Remain the same.
I'm good with that. I think you got 5 on that one. We got crosses for our community that were not present today. They're asking for $2,500. Last year they got $2,500. I think last year they had to buy an extra enclosed trailer.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that one too, Chairman.
Okay. Hale?
Good.
Okay, we're $2,500 on crosses for community. For those that y'all don't know, since they weren't here, I do know who they are. They are was it Memorial Day and was it 4th of July? What? Veterans and Memorial Day, they place the crosses out. Next, we have Disabled American Veterans. They received $3,500 last year. They're asking for $3,000 this year.
Good with that.
Good. This year we have Fishing for Heroes, which is this Mr. Cadle, who prior had Hooked on Heroes, which they shut down post-hurricanes. Last year they did not get anything. I think it's a startup. This year he's asking for $3,500.
Mr. Chairman, so are we still giving to Hooked on Heroes?
No, sir. Hooked on Heroes does not have a request. They shut that one down.
I want to be for sure, so I'm good with that one.
Same.
I'm good.
Okay, $3,500, good on that one. Next up, we got Hearthstone Botanical Gardens. Last year they received $2,500. This year they're asking for $3,500. I had them at 25.
That's what I had.
25.
$2,500 on that one. You got consensus.
I'm good with that.
Next up, Historical Commission. Last year they received $16,000. This year they're requesting $12,000. I think that their request is, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Hines, but your requests went down because a lot of your expenses have went down since the county took over the maintenance of the building. So they got 16 last year. They're asking for 12 this year. They are in the train depot.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Perkins.
No, I serve on that board with them, so I'm going to excuse myself from.
Okay, so we won't ask you for a consensus. So you got.
I'm good.
Good. You got 3 on that.
For 12.
Yep. Just for the record, Commissioner Perkins sits on the Historical Commission, and he's not off. He's going to remain neutral. So, clerk, if you would. That's kudos to you for Commissioner Perkins for being transparent on that. Hooked on Heroes is on our list, but they did not have a request. They've transitioned to Fishing on Heroes. So next up is Police Athletic League. They're asking for, last year they got $8,000. This year they're asking for $10,000.
I'm good at 9.
Again, I serve on that board.
Oh, okay. Kudos again to you, Commissioner Perkins, for being transparent. Mr. Perkins is not going to offer a consensus because he's on the board. I'm making notes on that. I honestly, Mr. Cherry, I had you at 9,000 because we got you that air conditioner. So I had you at 9. I think Commissioner White said 9.
I'm good.
Okay, you got consensus at 9. Next up, Suwannee County Chamber of Commerce. Last year they received 24. This year, you heard about their growth. They're asking for 25.
That was good.
I'm good.
That was good.
Yes.
You got 25 on that one. Suwannee Valley Four Cs last year received 5,000. This year they're asking for 10,000.
I'm at 7,500, Chairman.
75. I got 7,500. That's 2. That's 3. 4.
Yes. Okay.
You got 5.
That's close.
8.
That'll work.
You got 7,500 for Suwannee Valley 4Cs. Where am I at? Suwannee Valley Genealogical Society. That's the Hancocks. We got them at 0. Last year they received 3,000. This year they're asking for the same.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with it. You got consensus on 3,000. Suwannee Valley Unsolved last year was 0. This year they requested 1,000. They were not here today. I had them at 0.
I'm same.
That's 2.
Need one more, y'all.
I'm good.
That's 0.
Yeah.
That's 3 on 0. United Way of Suwannee Valley, last year they received $2,500. This year their request is $2,500.
That's good.
Good.
I'm good. That's 3. Vivid Visions, last year they received $37,000. This year they're asking for $40,000.
Good at 38.5.
38.
I got 2 at 38, 1 at 38.5.
38's good.
38.
38. We got y'all at 38. You got consensus on 38, Nina. Welborn Community Association last year requested $4,000. This year they're requesting $4,000. They were not present.
35.
3,500. I'm good with 35.
Same.
They do a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
Last one, which we have to add to the list, McAlpin Community Club. Last year did not have a request. This year they're asking for 35.
Good with that. Well, they were asking for 5.
Asking, yeah, that's right. They're asking for 5.
I'm not gonna vote on that one. I sit on that.
Yeah, I
board,
do
but-
too.
Okay, well, I mean, Welborn's getting 35.
35.
I'm good with 35 for McAlpin Community Club.
35.
Commissioner Hale, we need you.
Yeah, I'm there.
You good with 35?
Yes, sir.
So you got 3. And for the record, White and Mobley abstained.
Okay. Sure, y'all don't want to look at the chamber one more time?
I was staring at the Hancocks. Nina, can you add that up?
145.5.
145.5.
145.5.
So that's going to put 4,500 back in contingency. Did I do that wrong?
Well, I mean, there's nothing, it's.
We didn't take
It just is what it is. Yeah.
That's right. It's not in the budget.
That's got to come out of
It's got to
contingency.
come out of there.
So we're going to take 145 out of. We're starting our contingency. Am I right, Keith? 3,483,346.
Yes.
Is that where we left off? So we need to take 145.5 out of that
Yes.
for nonprofits. What's that number?
3,000,006. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Nope, wrong way. I'm mad this isn't traffic. Yeah, 3,337,846.
Okay. So any of y'all nonprofits that would like to leave now, you won't disrespect us. I think we have some unfinished business from yesterday, but if we went through your thing today and that's what it was, you got my word, we're not going to go back and change it if y'all leave. Even you, Hancocks.
You're welcome.
Y'all get to work, go make some money. Make sure you pay your taxes. Hey, we're going to take a quick 5-minute recess. Complete any unfinished business. Are we going through the wish list now? What are we doing? Keith? We'll go through the wish list. Tab 2.
Yes, sir.
So to be clear, our current contingency's at $3,337,846. That's what we got to work with.
Right.
Okay.
I think we're good. Want to wrap it up with that? Look at Keith like, yeah.
Okay. Parks and Rec. You got several things here. You got a sand rake for the Sportsplex ball fields, and there's a there's a sheet in here, y'all. Let me find it. Let's see if they're in order here. Yeah, your sand rake for the Sportsplex ball fields, your current machine was purchased in 2005 and is worn out. Current hours are 1,833 hours on that sand rake. This rakes the dirt fields? What's it?
Correct, sir. So we use that for the big field out at the sports complex. We use it primarily from December when we start soccer, because our soccer field overlays the ball field there, through typically end of June, early July for our rec baseball programs and our tournaments, travel ball tournaments that we do on the weekends out there. So outside of that time, it does, we having the turf fields, it's less of a need. As you alluded to yesterday, needs and wants. This is more of a wish, a want. So we have bigger pressing needs. So I understand the need if we.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, for a $21,000 sand rake, we only got one dirt field left, right?
Correct. So it was a wish list. We're just if should it work out, we'd be.
No, I mean, wish and wants. I mean, it needs to be close to a want. Or a need, wish and need.
Yeah, we can
be close to a need to make this.
We can keep that thing with legs for a while until it is a need. So
Are there any plans to get rid of that last dirt field, or is there what was? How did we end up with just one dirt field and not all turf?
I think that was a grant program, the FERDAP program from years ago that just.
Yeah, just ran out of money.
Yeah, that wasn't enough.
But ideally, that last field could be turf.
At least 500,000, probably 750.
Okay. I'm just asking, because now we're having to maintain, we got to have dirt equipment to maintain one dirt field. I mean, do you use that same dirt rake in Brantford, or are there other dirt fields in the county?
Brantford has their own that they use down there for their multiple fields, so they're in fairly good shape right at the moment.
Okay.
We've also used that field at Sportsplex during their season.
Yeah, we have JV comes out there sometimes. Middle school had a B team this past year, so they were out there practicing during the regular season.
Maybe they could split the rake costs.
Is that a diesel?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's just run through you got 5 of these on this page. Let's run through your club car carry-all.
So that is used daily for our maintenance at the sports complex. Our current one is actually out of commission at the moment. It's an old vehicle. It was purchased used. Back then, we primarily used picking up trash, doing light maintenance around the park. It is important. We do have some other equipments, but when it's out of commission, it puts us in a little bit of a bind, just getting around the complex trying to get some work done.
Is it? Let me ask you this. I know you have some Kubota carts.
Correct.
So, would it be, instead of buying what are the advantages of you buying one club car versus having all Kubotas that are systematic? So what I say is, so when you have interchangeable parts, you're like, hey, we got 3 spare tires over here. Oh yeah, but we don't have one for the one club car. Like,
correct.
Is there?
Well, I know that the Kubota, just the quality is, from our maintenance standpoint, is they prefer that product as well. It'd be certainly a benefit, just overall operations, and like you said, ease of replacement parts.
Kubota's more money though.
Pardon?
Yeah,
About $18,000.
I got you.
Where I was going with that is interchangeable parts. I mean, you don't want to have at least, I refer back to my thinking, like I don't want to have a John Deere tractor, a Kubota tractor, and a Case tractor, and then now when one breaks down, I don't have any, I got to go call Commissioner Hale and get a different kind of oil for different kind of tractors. So like your specs and your interchangeability is a little different if you're running all the same stuff.
Yeah, our golf cart guy is down in McAlpin, so we have to take it down there for his service, whereas we can get parts more available for the Kubota stuff.
So could we give him another, and I guess I should ask you, if we gave you 18, because you just passed on the 21, and you buy a Kubota or whatever it is you're running, I think it's Kubotas.
Correct.
I'm not up here trying to sell Kubotas, so that's why I say that. Like, that doesn't matter, but you're running Kubotas.
Correct.
I just hate to go buy a brand new club car, and it's the only club car that we have in Parks and Rec. Like, and I understand that your mindset was, it saved me $4,000.
Yeah, I mean,
now
we were just replacing like with like, so But yeah, we could certainly.
What are y'all's?
Have the Kubota, wouldn't
Yeah, I mean that's when our club car's out, they're using the Kubota for the time being.
What's y'all's thoughts on that?
Is that a diesel Kubota?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Diesel Kubota?
You won't know where that thing is.
Your Kubota's diesel?
I don't
all
think
of them
so.
are.
I'm not. I'd have to check.
If you ain't buying them, that's what you ought to be buying.
Yes.
It's the last forever.
He's learning quick, ain't he?
Smart.
Well, I just think me personally, I think it makes more sense to spend a little more money and get the diesel Kubota. That way you're running all the same stuff.
Well, you're
and
going to get longevity too out of if you get that diesel. So,
a lot more longevity
Yeah.
and less chance of running hot, overheating with a diesel versus a gas. So
18.
y'all good with 18?
Yep.
Commissioner White, you get that number pretty good on the, will that get him there?
15.
Nothing for the
So you're selling
sand rake,
Kubotas?
y'all gotta go
No
back.
sand racing.
Huh?
You get nothing for the sand rake, or you gotta go back?
Nothing for the sand rake,
sand
and we're gonna give him 18 to get a Kubota instead of buying one club car. I think that'll be money well spent, and the longevity of the Kubota is gonna outlast the gas club car. So yeah, it's gonna cost more money, but in the long run, I think we're gonna save some money. That's what I would do. New pump and motor for the pool, 10,000.
So that was just my inexperience with the budget. It is a item that we will need. Our current pump is very old, and it's the impeller side is starting to flake off a little bit. So it's just a planned thing. I wasn't sure to include it in my regular budget or to ask for it as a separate item. So it was just my inexperience with the budget process.
I have a question on that. Did we just take that pool over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it over.
The city pool?
We've been managing it. There's a deed issue. The school's going to actually deed it, the property to us.
But we've been paying for the upkeep, maintenance, and all that.
Yeah.
But I thought the school doesn't contribute some?
They do contribute
Financially?
a portion of it. I believe it's a third of some of the cost, but it's not every cost we have. Like a repair and maintenance cost is not something that is covered. Chemicals, supplies are covered. Staff time is partially reimbursable as well.
And I know it's just, I mean, it's $10,000, but sometimes just principle, you know?
This is the one that goes on the shelf, right?
This would go back right into the pool when we get it. So this
We
one,
still won't have a revolver.
we would not have a backup. No, sir.
You can have that one probably rebuilt, whatever.
Those be rebuilt for Jackson?
Yeah.
What's that?
Those be rebuilt?
We have taken over Lake City before and had to rebuild the motor.
But the motor's good, so you just all you have to change the pump. Propeller.
So we need the combination. We need the pump and the motor. We can't just put a new pump on the motor we have. We have an old motor that just wouldn't work, so it would be a whole combination pump and motor system.
So that during the summertime when that pool is open, the proceeds of coming, where do they go to?
The revenue comes to Parks and Rec. We collect.
Okay.
Is there not enough in the budget just to?
The school reimburses us $25,000, $30,000 a year, depending. So
that's what I'm saying.
There's
There's
So
money in there.
we could probably slide it into repairs for us in our regular budget. Like I said, I was just unfamiliar with the process initially, so and it helps be transparent and hear some of our wants and needs.
I blame some of that on your trainer.
That's right.
Yeah. He needs to catch some responsibility for that too. Don't take all the blame. Give some too. I mean,
Throw them into the fire. That's
American
how I
way.
If he can find that in his budget, guys, y'all good with just moving on with that?
Yep. Grasshopper 72-inch mower.
We're not doing the pump in the pool?
Nope.
So our current mower situation, this is going to tie into some of our Suwannee Spring stuff as well. So we currently have a mower for every employee that we have mowing. If we have one go down, then we have an employee without a mower. If we were to convey all the properties from water management, Telford, Falmouth, Suwannee, we would need an additional staff member who could use that mower as well. So it's kind of, right now if we have one go down, we got a guy that can't mow. If we had an additional staff member, they would have a piece of equipment as well. So that's where we're at. It would replace an old one that is currently out of service.
Yes, sir,
Is
Commissioner White.
water management not paying for some of those?
So we have a ongoing negotiation with them right now. I know part of that is going to be, in addition to the land itself, we're possibly looking at an extra vehicle for that staff member. But
I was going to say, let the grass get about waist time, and then go negotiate with them.
Well,
I mean,
Go ahead.
Mr. Furry and was he there?
Yeah.
When we met with Miss Potter and them, yeah, water management. We met with them about that, and of course they have to meet with their board. Their board has to bless it. So I don't know where we left it after. Was they were going to talk to their board? They have a maintenance contractor that they're paying to maintain Suwannee Springs, Telford Springs, Falmouth Springs. Well, they want to get out of maintaining springs. They think, one, we do a better job. Two, that's not the business that they're in. They're, I don't know what business they're in, but anyway, they want us to do it. But we were talking about money. Say, hey, like I can't, as a commissioner, I can't sit here and keep taking on stuff when it's not cash flowing. So, if you're not going to contribute financially, you're paying a contractor now, then I think you should pay us, at least something. I mean,
and us being the people who want to get it.
Well, there are, meaning you need to pay the Board of County Commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, they want to govern all the waterways, but we do the work as keep clean up.
So, and they understood. They said, hey, well, we're paying a maintenance contractor now to maintain those springs, so we're not opposed to paying y'all to do the same thing, albeit you are going to put a gatehouse down there and start collecting fees more than likely, at least at Suwannee Springs, which eventually. Yep. So,
have you compared prices with the Hustlers as well?
Pardon?
The Hustler mower. What we using some of them or not?
We are the Public Works. We have some in the airport.
Yeah. I thought they're just a little bit cheaper.
Why are you changing subject? We were talking about water management.
I'm trying to get through it, man.
Mr. Chairman, I think the water management's take was if they're going to convey the springs and give them out and it's going to be a one-time big ask, that's fine. But if we want a recurring every year type of supplement, then it's just going to be some kind of maintenance management agreement. Like they're already paying a contractor, they're going to pay us to be their contractor. So it's just, do we want to own that spring and then have the opportunity to charge, or do we just want to be the maintenance contractor to get an annual?
And my answer was, I don't want to be your maintenance contractor.
Yeah.
Like there's private sector can do that.
No, I agree with that. But I mean, one big payout's not going to, if that's not the right number, could end up costing us in the end. I don't know if y'all figure that out.
And we're waiting. Ms. Potter emailed, they're still in discussions, trying to take it to their board and work through it before they come back to us. So.
Yep. So anyway, those are the discussions. Nonetheless, I think he's still got a need for the mower because as I read it, the one he has, he's wanting to replace has 3,500 hours on it and is in need of an engine. So yes, 3,500 on a lawnmower is a lot, getting up there. Nonetheless, Commissioner Mobley,
3,500.
Have you asked for
3,500 hours?
3,500 hours. Grasshopper prices compared to Hustler. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Let him get a bid on it. I mean, they're all on state contract. We run Grasshopper now. We do a lot of the maintenance, in our shop, and then when we can't, we ship it out to
that's what you got solved.
to AgPro. So that's what we have is all Grasshopper. at this
We have a
point.
couple Kubotas as well, and an old Gravely, I believe. So I know the maintenance preference is the Kubota in terms of the quality of the product and the ease of what they need to do with it. The Grasshopper is, from my understanding from John, is they haven't changed the model, so the same problems occur, or the design. Sorry.
Right.
So they.
Why don't we let them bid that out and just come back to us and we just.
Huh?
Yeah, why don't you let him get a bid on like a Kubota or something like that instead of a Grasshopper?
They're on state contract.
They'll just have to figure out what they want because they're all on state contract. But
so what's the Kubota's price compared to the Grasshopper?
So the Kubota that is actually a Kubota price that's listed there. The 18 was the one that we had received the last time we looked a couple months ago.
Well, I mean, that, for me, it goes back to let's don't have a lot of mix and match. Like, let's find out what we like. If the Kubota's mowers are what they like. I mean, because when a belt breaks, if you got 5 72-inch Kubotas, when you got 3 extra belts in the shop, then that mower's back mowing pretty dang quick. Versus, that's the Grasshopper. We don't have an extra Grasshopper. That's the only one we got. So
Grasshoppers and clutches keep going on.
Yeah, they've got various issues on them.
So what do y'all want to do?
I'm good with the long. Yeah, I didn't realize it was a Kubota. Water management thing looks like when they get around to it.
We will. That's going to have to come back to the board for discussion later.
Well, I just think if you go to keep the same type of mower you have now, then you have to stock less parts. And then and by having Kubota, we have a Kubota shop here, so if you can't fix it in-house, you should be able to get it to the shop and get it repaired and get it back online. So I think it's Kubota.
And they do have some Kubotas now, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have a few of them. So, do we got consensus on the Kubota mower? Kubota mower?
I do.
Okay. You got 2?
Yes.
3, 4.
For the amount listed there, the $18,731.
Yeah. And 72-inch grapple, Kubota. That would go with the, what's that for?
That would be for the new big tractor, the Summit tractor. Just allow us to use it more full-time year-round.
It didn't come with the grapple?
It did not. It came with hay forks and a bucket, I believe.
Chief's ready to do some work out there cleaning up.
Chief will probably tear up more stuff than he cleans up.
Just trade the hay forks in to get on the grappler.
I'm sorry?
Trade the hay fork in for the grappler.
Yeah, what y'all go? Yeah, $500.
Yeah, you can sell it.
I'm okay with the grapple. I mean, you're going to have some land. When the timber cutting and all that's done and these storms come through, them things are pretty handy. But on Summit, where are we at on leasing the pivot? I mean, there's all kind of people asking about leasing that pivot.
It's on my list. Me and Holland. It's my fault, but yep, it's going to get out here soon.
I think we're going to have. I mean, it's government property, so we're going to have to bid it.
Yeah, we'll put out a bid. It'll be like the timber, who's got the highest price that they want to give us for whatever it is, 65 acres. You know, how many cuts they can get, how much they're going to give us, and
Might be on a year-to-year lease.
yeah, I would think because we're going to need to get in and out of there probably pretty quick if we get some money to start on Summit. So.
Well, I think it's the right thing to do is lease it. I mean, at least nothing else. Whoever leases it, the tenant's going to be maintaining it and mowing it versus us sending our guys out there to mow it and it costing us money. So we let them rake the hay and be responsible for the electric or the diesel on the pivot and put it in production. At least it'll be pretty.
While you're on that subject, what about a house down there? Anybody made any decisions on that? What the plan is with it? Have you looked at it? Do we know?
Chief's putting his eyes on it every now and then to make sure it's.
It's maintaining. It's still there. I don't know what the end result or long-term plans were for it.
What I'm asking is it worth fixing to do something with, or is it just to tear down and do away with it?
No, I think the house is good. There is some repairs that need to be made, the deck around the back, and there's definitely some money and some love needs to be put to it, but it's worth saving, yes. Yes.
Are we maintaining? I mean, are we maintaining the lawn? The place is just not.
Our leasee is.
Huh? You are maintaining the landscaping and the lawn, at least around the house. Okay.
Chief, sub that out.
Man, how'd they drag you into doing that?
No.
He's talking about the training.
Wrong house.
No.
I was like, Chief subbed out to the airport.
How did you do that?
So, Biden, are we maintaining?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Go back to sleep.
Okay.
That's your guy.
All right. So, can we turn the page?
Please.
Can we? Let's turn the page.
Did y'all agree on the 5,500?
What?
Did y'all agree on the 5,500?
You had consensus. We got consensus on the grapple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
On the grapple. We got the tractor. Might as well buy the grapple.
You going to take each department, start knocking down
While
the...
he's up there, he's got 3 more.
Yes. Let's skip down. There's some items. There's 2 items ahead of that, but while you're here, let's go down to the next one on yours. You got Charles Springs aluminum stairs.
So that was a wish list item. We got the grant to complete that floating boat dock that's all aluminum. There's that wooden staircase next to it. It was just, in my mind, it'd be a great opportunity to keep moving and just finish that park out, get rid of all the wood there, and just replace it with aluminum. So the steps are old and weathered, but I was up and down them a couple weeks ago, so they held me. I'm about 200 pounds. A little too revealing, but...
I think.
200 pounds with a lead vest.
Hey, that's pretty good. You seen what my wife cooks?
Yeah, right.
I never got that.
I would like to hold off on those stairs and let's see what happens. Yeah. Let's see with the the floating dock, and let's see what traffic does. I mean, we got Royal and Little River now with gatehouses, and let's just see what activity gets pushed to Charles, and if that activity goes through the roof, then yeah, I mean, those stairs are gonna get more wear and tear. But I'd like to get a little more, and maybe potentially could we get? Are there grants out there for those?
We could certainly look into some to try to help with the cost.
I would pump the brakes on replacing the stairs at Charles. I mean, I go there. It's not far from my house, and I mean, yeah, they're in bad shape. Not bad shape, but they're.
It was just like, hey, we got this done. If we could close
it would make everything consistent out there.
Correct.
You know, but let's hold off another year on that.
Yeah, it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
So
gatehouse. All these next three are all Suwannee Springs, right?
These are all situational. So obviously, we've been looking at 3 different properties from water management. So if we were to take Suwannee Springs, that gatehouse cost, I know I don't think I clarified in the request there. That would include just more than the house. That would include the whole setup, any foundation work or groundwork we need there, potentially asphalt replacement around to alleviate the traffic pattern coming in and out, mini splits, gate repair to align it with the gatehouse, new signage at the property as well. So that would be all encompassing for everything we need to get it up and running, not just strictly a gatehouse. So I just did want to clarify that as well going in. And assuming we also do that, you know, this is all contingent if we wanted to start charging there. So if we did put the gatehouse there, we would also need the attendance at Suwannee Springs. So that's where the $60,000 comes in to cover their time throughout the year.
Yeah, and I'm glad you put this on here and you did some due diligence on what those numbers look like, because I think we're going to need to reflect back to these numbers later. Mm-hmm. But guys, I would like to at least leave those in contingency for now, knowing that we may have to use some of that out of contingency later, depending on how the Suwannee Water Management negotiations materialize or not. So I don't want to commit to this and then we don't have a deal with them, or we have a deal with them and they say, hey, you know, we're going to give you $80,000 to get you going. Here you go. So then,
just to get it in your mind, like, here's what we expect to cost.
No,
now, obviously, there's a revenue side that we can get based on.
I'm glad you put some numbers to it and some work, because I think the board's going to have to reflect back to these numbers when that water management deal comes in front of us at some point in the future.
Are we collecting enough at Little River and Royal to cover the expenses on the gate attendance and stuff?
Yeah, as of right now, we are. It's slapped full there every weekend, so we're doing fairly well there. I don't have the number off the top of my head.
And on the heels of that, what I was going to suggest, I mean, any of these springs we're looking at taking over, we need to have a count of visitors there, because I'm by Suwannee Springs. I mean, there's some days I go down there on a Saturday, there may be 2 vehicles there. It's not as popular as, say, Little River or something like that.
So based on the visitor counts that we have access to, annually, Suwannee Springs had over 50,000 annually, which is comparable to a Royal annually. Just when we started, that was not this current year, it would have been the previous year. So it's all kind of probably ebbs and flows with festival traffic out there as well.
Are you keeping up? Are you keeping up with like the individual springs income and expenses, kind of just to kind of see what that's costing us versus the revenue? We didn't do that to try to make money. We did it to kind of clean it up, you know, and just break even. But it would be good, I think, maybe once a year if you could update the board and say, hey, guys at Little River, you know, we took in, you know, this fiscal year, these last 12 months, whatever those 12 months are, probably be good to mirror our fiscal year. The last fiscal year, we took in X amount of dollars in revenue from gate fees and our expenses that we could. And it's going to take a little bit of creative bookwork on your part, because you know you're using a guy to go to Brantford. Well, he's stopping by I don't know how you do that stuff, but kind of keep up with your costs to say, hey, this really isn't costing us any money, and the public is still very pleased with what we're doing, and it cleaned it up, and there's law enforcement present there now, and yada yada yada. It'd be good to kind of have a versus we don't know what we're getting and we don't know what we're paying. So if you could kind of just maybe keep up with that a little bit to see where we're at. Y'all good with that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, I mean, it may be one day in the future we're like, hey, we're bringing in $1,000 and it's costing us $100,000 to take care of the place. Like, we can do something different. Go up on our fees or take the gatehouse out. I don't know.
What are y'all charging now?
$5 a car.
It's $5 per car.
Or $140 an annual pass. $150.
It is.
What's the annual pass?
$120.
$120 for annual pass, or $5 a car.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
Alden, do you have projections on revenue for Suwannee Springs?
So based on like the visitor data that was available to us for the property and just comparing it to assuming that if you did start charging, the same number of people would still attend, I would estimate it'd be similar to like Royal Springs in terms of our annual revenue projections, roughly 100,000.
Did you put that in your budget?
Not for Suwannee Springs, but I believe for the other two, Little River and Royal, we did.
So there should be a correlation between what the ask is on the wish list versus the revenue you're projecting. So just if we're going to table
I was
or,
going to bring that up.
okay, good.
You don't get to keep the revenue and get to ask for all the stuff.
Right.
On top of it, so one has to offset the other.
So basically, be tracking that kind of stuff, and then back to
Build it into
the
your budget.
back to the contingency. Let's leave these three items where they're at until we see what materializes with the water management.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure that we had that info.
Yeah, I'm glad you put some numbers to it. Yep.
And that maintenance worker would only be if we took all three properties. And so if it was just a one, we'd slide that out. So
We're not doing anything on those last three until at some point in the future, we may have to take that out of contingency depending on what the water management contract looks like. Y'all got that?
For all four of those, including Charles Springs, is nothing.
Yeah, we're not doing any of those.
Okay.
So let's go back. Y'all good with going back to the top of that list, maintenance?
Are you want to, as we go through each department, then do your contingency, what we approved, and give us a balance?
Yeah, yes. So let's update our contingency.
Ms. Leonard, was you here for Welborn? We've already done that.
We are having a problem getting my mail changed. I put in a change of address last year
Yes,
for the
ma'am.
board, and when I moved, and evidently it didn't get done, I put in another one this year because I never received the letter for additional funds, but I have it on my calendar when they are due.
Okay.
So I put in another request for change of address. So I apologize profusely for us not being here this morning.
So, well, we've already done it.
You want to tell her she's approved 35?
We done 3,500 this year for you.
Thank you so much. Every penny counts. We do not waste a penny, and we could not do what we do in our community without your support.
Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Why did you ask her if she bought watch batteries?
Because I don't know her. There's a joke there. Commissioner Gamble was profusely late yesterday, ridiculously late. So we asked him if he had watch batteries built into his budget, because apparently his wasn't working. So,
All right, Ms. Nina, you got me a new number?
You don't have to stay.
Ms. Nina, you got us a new number?
It's $3,295,615.
3,295,615.
Correct.
How much was that? That was 18,000 and 18,731
54 something.
and 5,500. What was that total?
42,231.
42,231 Parks and Rec. Okay, so we're at 3,295,615. Okay. Good call, Hale. Maintenance, replace hardwood floors in the courthouse. Mr. Durham.
Actually, can I ask if I can have 30 seconds real quick?
25.
Yesterday, when we were talking about the escrow accounts for each constitutional, I had a question. I just wanted to come back. I don't remember if I thought this or I heard somebody say it, but the tax collector, because they're fee officer, I left under the impression that they don't turn it back to the county. But I just left there, and they do. She said they turned in $200,000 last year. So I just wanted to make sure that they are on that escrow line. I talked to Wilma and Sharon this morning. So she's saying that they do send it back every year, whatever they have left over from the fees, and that it varies.
That's one to the state.
I don't know how they send it back. I just wanted, because if we're going to escrow for a building, that's the other half of the building. And I don't want that not to be caught up in there. So I don't know the ins and out of it. I just know last year she said it was almost 200,000. Some years it might be 70, some years 100, and it may be multiple checks because it's coming in from tags or cars. I don't know how it's broke down, but I just didn't want that to slip through the cracks because I'm not going to save enough by myself to build a building for both of us over 10 years or 12 years. But if she's in there with us, and it tickled me this morning to know that she actually does, because I was thinking maybe it went back to the state or something.
So Keith and Nina, can y'all figure out where her get
how much
return?
We'll look into it because they take the fees before they even.
Now, where we left that yesterday was y'all are going to create lines for each sheriff already has one, but you are going to create lines for the rest of them too to incentivize them to return.
That's the other thing I was going to mention. When I first got elected property appraiser, we created a line for. At that point in time, we were doing a lot of IT upgrades. And so I had asked the board to create a line. I don't remember how much we put in it. It was maybe 70 or 80,000, and I think we only spent about 40 of it. I haven't needed it, so I haven't really paid attention if it's still there, but it would be in y'all's general.
Upgrades?
Yes, ma'am.
We don't have that line anymore. I don't know what they.
We may have eliminated it once we finished it, but I was just going to let you know there was one there, so we didn't have to create another one if it was still there. And the supervisor of election has a line too. I just don't know if hers are restricted due to grants that she gets or if it's all ad valorem. But there's a line already there, and I spoke with her this morning. If there's no restrictions in it, she said she's fine with using that line, so y'all didn't have to create another one.
She doesn't have a line. She's got a fund, voting equipment.
Fund.
It's not for the building.
But is it general fund or is it?
It's in its unrestricted fund.
Okay, that's what we were talking about this morning. She didn't think it was restricted because she thought that all the restricted funds they had already used in it, and that everything else was just ad valorem.
It's about the voting equipment.
Yeah, she knows that's the one we're talking about. But she was saying that she thought that was everything in it now was ad valorem money that she had sent back every year. Okay, well, I was just making y'all aware of it in case we weren't. That they were already there, and that Sharon was. If we're going to do it,
Turns back to the general fund.
Who does?
Leftover money. Jennifer.
And then I thought that got moved, because usually when I was on the board, Glenda would come in and ask us to take a portion of what she was turning back or all of it and put it in that fund. So I always assumed it was.
Jennifer has asked before
Yeah.
that.
Here it's different.
Right, but I always assumed that meant it was ad valorem tax dollars that she was turning back in, which didn't leave it restricted. If it was restricted, I thought it had to be because it was coming in from her grant dollars for the equipment that she get, and that would make it restricted. If it came in ad valorem, if it's restricted, is it just because it's restricted by the county, or is it still some kind of restricted from the state?
It comes back in from Jennifer, it goes to general revenue.
Okay.
But it's not isolated anywhere until this year. They've had a consensus to do that.
Okay. Anyway, it was just food for thought. Y'all were in the budget workshops, and I thought this was the appropriate time to bring it up while it was on my mind, and y'all were dealing with it. So if I threw a monkey wrench in it, I'm sorry.
No, I don't think so.
It's funny how you could get here on Johnny on the spot.
Well, actually, y'all been started since 9 o'clock, and I thought about this last night. I said if I show up at 9, they'll think I got there too early, so I'll roll in there fashionably late and make an entrance. Thank you. I told Mark 30 seconds. I took more.
Thanks, sir. Yeah, that's right. His watch does not work, obviously.
Y'all like that guy?
Mr. Durham, $60,000 replace hardwood floors in the courthouse. What's that about?
Well, they're just wore. They're looking really bad, and they need to be replaced. And that's all the hard floors, upstairs, downstairs, back hall, all of it.
I thought it looked worn and like it should.
Well, hey,
Historic.
yeah. Hey, if y'all like it, I'm good with it because y'all got to hear it.
Honestly,
No, I've got several.
got that information from our meeting.
What's the boss?
I'm gonna abstain.
From Jimmy. I mean, that might be some funds there too. Or
I'm
the
sorry.
historic group that we just talked to you about.
Yeah, we can talk about it. It's maintenance on the building the way I look at it. That's why I brought it to you. So if we want to use that too, but.
And I think that's what they do. 'Cause you heard them talking about, Frank. It's for historical buildings to keep them going, maintenance, repairs, et cetera, et cetera. So, but that's up to you guys. I just want to throw it out there. And there's other options.
I'd like to ask for the money
Yep.
from the historical, or we fund it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's me too.
That's fine. I mean, we can put that, lump it in with the others. Again, it's just like our discussion earlier. A lot of times there's things tied to those that we don't want to get pulled off in, but we can revisit this later.
And I understand that, but, I just want to ask.
Sure,
and see
yeah,
what we get.
yeah, I get it. That's fine. We'll lump it in.
Is the dome, you gonna check on the dome about historic?
That's
also?
all part of what we were talking about from yesterday. Yeah. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
So when I go home tonight, I can tell my wife, I didn't nix that, they did.
It's all right.
So no on the 60?
No.
No.
Airport, 20% grant match for AUGAS aviation gas fuel farm replacement.
Morning, sir.
Did I say that right?
Well, avgas.
Yeah, but there's a U there. It should be V.
Oh, that should be a V.
Avgas.
It was handwritten, so I thought it was.
Avgas.
My bad.
What's like gold gas?
I was like, hey, you. Anyway, $120,000. So basically, you're applying for a grant, and the county's match. This would redo all of your avgas fuel farm.
Yes, sir. So there was a change in the statute which for the ready airports, which our airport qualifies as, but the only 100% match that they will make is for capital cost, runway and taxiway projects, and then economic development transportation projects. So they removed all the other capabilities to do 100% grant match. So that leaves us with the 80-20. It's a $600,000 grant, which leaves us with a 120.
So what all will the $720,000 do?
It will add a new 12,000 gallon tank, replace any type of equipment that's required to load the tank or to offload from the tank. It'll replace the self-serve equipment for refueling airplanes, and it'll take away all the underground piping, which we're actually running into a DEP issue now with that 40-year-old system. It'll eliminate that, get everything above ground.
So all your piping from the tank to the fuel island where the planes fill would be above ground,
Yes,
double
sir.
wall, I assume.
Yes, sir. So it'll be very similar to the Jet A tank that we installed just a few years ago. That's what I'm looking at. I'm actually looking at getting it on the ramp side of the fence, so to eliminate the underground need for piping, get out from underneath that driveway for the entryway to the airport. We already have electrical available there, which stems out to the current fuel farm. The fuel farm would stay in operation until the new fuel farm comes up online, and then once we verify that everything's working, everything's been cold soaked the way it's supposed to, and that we get the thumbs up from all the aviation testing or all the avgas testing, then we'd put that system in use and retire the old system.
Who's the grant, the $600,000 or grant?
State of Florida.
FDOT?
FDOT.
I'm okay with the 120. We're going to spend 120 and get 600 from them, and I think with the runway improvements and having a Jet A, and I mean, there's an ROI I could correlate to that. I don't know what that number is, but there is an ROI. I would assume better increase in fuel sales. Better
The
airport.
federal won't give no money on that?
No, sir.
I'm good with it. I mean,
Yeah,
you're right.
I think though, and I heard you asking, so getting these pipes out of the ground and eliminating that and all that kind of takes us out of any future issues with EPA or.
Well, when they're above ground, you can see if you got any issues, leaks,
Right.
problems, corrosion. It's more visible.
Yes, sir.
Then they have to run double wall pipes for petroleum products.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And I heard you say the self-serve. would
Yeah,
be
so
updated.
the current self-serve, it's probably a little bit newer than the tank system itself, but all that was be replaced. The only component that would be remaining from the existing system would be the interface of the credit card machine.
Okay.
Is there anything in here for future expansion?
That would have to come under another, like if we were to do a runway expansion and start to add more hangars and stuff like that. That's what you're asking, sir?
I mean, for your gas fuel system. I mean, upgrade.
If you were to upgrade again, it would require adding another tank system mechanism. You could plumb it into the existing
That's what I
system.
asked you, was there anything there for upgrade? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't think that one fuel station, not like a backlog of semi-truck, truck stop.
No, sir, but we are looking to increase the capacity, so the current tank is a 10,000 gallon tank. The new one we're looking at is a 12,000 gallon tank, which would allow us to buy a full truckload of fuel, which eliminates the need for, they charge you for doing split loads with another airfield. So it's another little bitty cost, a little bitty cost savings, but still a cost savings.
All right.
So we got, where y'all at on the 120?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's going to have better things for you.
You got consensus on the giving you the 120 to apply for the grant?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, or to match the grant. Hey, Mr. Hain, on that grant,
yes, sir.
Is that if you got the 120, you get the 600, or is there an application and approval process?
No, we will get it.
Okay.
I'll let the District 2 manager know and that we're clear to proceed, and we'll be good to go.
Okay, I just didn't want. I wanted to know, like, we were giving you the 120, and there was a.
No, there will just be there will
a
just be a PTGA that will come down, just like every other project that happens, sir.
For some reason, we don't get the $600,000 grant. We want the 120 back.
Yes, sir.
You're not allowed to use it for anything else.
I understand that.
Okay.
Coffee and donuts. Yeah.
I know.
All right, so we're taking 120 away. Airport grant. Where we at?
3,175,615 is what I have.
That's what.
3,175.
Would that 3,175 what?
3,175,615. On the fire, chief, did we already do all of those, or do we still got to do the brush trucks and the?
We went through all that yesterday.
Okay.
We're done.
That's all, that's everything. So, Mr. Scott, we got some other stuff you wanted to talk about. I think Ms. Brenda's got.
Yes, sir.
Can I bring up something for
Sure.
you? Yes, sir. The water utility thing piece, how are we going to handle that? Are we going to move those budgets over to the utility, take that money out of those budgets?
Yes.
Transfer that over? How are we handling that whole piece?
Yeah, we only need one expenditure line item, which would be the into the utility, and consolidate all the others, just one out. And
I think you need two. I think you need one for the operational costs, and then two, that second line I think needs to be kept separate for the the reserves, because they can't commit. As it was explained to me, they can't sign a service contract or repair contract if they don't have the money to pay for it. There's a Florida statute.
That's right.
So we gave them the extra 52 to 10%. So I think you need to have two lines in the budget. That transfer out would be for normal operating costs, and then the second line would be the repair reserve.
Right.
Just so we can keep track, so it's just not all.
Well, and another thing is there enough money in those budget lines to cover what we're going to give the utility, or are we going to have to take some more out of contingency to meet that?
No, we've got a transfer going in there from general.
is that already budgeted in? Okay, the full.
500 and something.
So that's already in the budget?
It's coming in as a transfer in from general.
So my question is, all those budgets that we've got for each one of those individual plants, how do you handle that? It's in our budget now.
Right. They'll just go away.
They just go away, other than what's needed to be kept in them to do what we need to do with them?
Right. The grants will be standalone whenever we do those. There's a section for grants. Once you get a contract, then you'll have a grant line item for that project. But you'll have the two line items, expenditures for repairs and one for operations. And we shouldn't need for the other different plants like we have now.
I just want to
Right.
go over before we got too far.
Each department has their own, because we paid them last year, the development authority.
Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Brenda, you want to come up and let's talk about your issues?
So, first of all, the sheet that you have is basically to address, yes, the aging fleet. So it's based on the information that was given at one of the commission meetings lately from Enterprise Fleet. Not that we have to go with them, but that's just who we've talked to. That's who gave us the information. 200,000 would take care of about 16 vehicles. If we were to back it up to 10, it would be about 120,000 that we would be able to.
Year?
Yes.
For,
That would be our first year, yes. With that, it would.
3 years, 4 years?
4.
4 years?
So just for clarity purposes, or some people in the room probably don't know what we're talking about, the Public Works has 25 vehicles that are over 20 years old that are getting used every day by operators going to and from the shop. So that's, we heard from Enterprise Fleet Management.
Yes.
And they have a program where you could, they basically, well, it's kind of funky how I explained it. Lease but own, but the equity's yours type deal. But
Open-ended lease
Yeah.
is the way he described it.
But so 200,000 would replace 15. My sheet says 15, but you just said 16.
Excuse me, yes.
15 of those through a lease program and get those vehicles updated.
Correct.
And you said 120,000 would do how much? 10.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I wouldn't think replace all of them at one time. You need a rotation going, so.
Yeah, and I just asked this because I didn't know about this, but did we reach out to any other municipalities that entered into this lease?
I have not.
The only reason I say this is I actually sell to other municipalities up in Georgia, Cook County, Valdosta, place like that. Auto parts I sell to them. They've entered in these lease programs. I've heard good and bad.
The same.
More on the bad than the good. Again, I don't know how many they're leasing versus what we lease. I don't know those numbers. I just hear and talk to the guys in the shops.
Coming from the same company, Enterprise?
Yeah, it was Enterprise, yeah. I do know Scruggs up there just went with them, 400-something trucks.
Through Enterprise?
Yeah, and they're maybe 6 months or a year into that, and I think they're experiencing some small issues as well. So, but again, I mean, it just depends on your fleet, what your deal is when your trucks come back. I don't know.
The folks that I talked to at Florida Association of Counties is about half and half as far as the counties in Florida.
Yeah.
About half lease, about half own. Some of the people that lease it love it because they don't have to worry about it. Some of them haven't been as happy with it. It's just a mixed reviews. So some of the folks that I talked to, Madison, they've only had it for a year, so it's kind of hard for them to tell, but so far they're happy and they want to expand it. But
So what part are they unhappy with? The maintenance side of it?
I can tell you with them, they got nobody in that shop. As far as Madison, being happy with it because they don't have anybody in the shop working on it.
But there's multiple options with that. You can actually have maintenance through them and use local businesses, or you can continue to maintain yourself. So there's options even within the program itself.
We got 2 people in the shop, ain't we?
Yes.
3.
So, I mean, there are options either way. The bottom line is either we can start replacing them, purchasing, or we can lease. But I just need to be able to have some money set aside, however we choose to go, to start making a difference in our.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is another one of those things that issues just kind of been overlooked and the can's been kicked down the road a little bit. But now we're getting to the point, you got 25 vehicles that are over 20 years old. I mean, you're starting to get to the end of life on those things. But I guess options are lease programs, and you get 10 vehicles on the lease, or for the same money, well, you could go buy 5 brand new ones at $40,000, and you're at $200,000. You can get 10 new ones on a lease for $120,000. Yeah, you don't own them and the equity's not yours. So I guess it's left-hand, right-hand, guys.
We actually do have the equity.
Oh, you do get the equity. That's
Yes.
right.
We do have the equity
So-
to put back into
You're
it.
just paying that guy to handle it all is really basically what you're doing.
Correct.
What's the mileage limitations and things like that?
There is none.
There's none.
These trucks, they're, what duty, mid-duty, super duty, or?
Anything
like-
that we choose, we can spec it out because they are on Sourcewell. And so we can pick that. We can pick if we want to go with a very basic model, if we want to use all vinyl seats and no carpet, all those kind of things, whatever size we want. They even have the flexibility to do some alterations, a box truck, for tools or whatever on the back. But we would be able to choose that.
Is there any financing options through a Sourcewell contract? If you was to buy them and finance them, or is it
I'm
just
not aware of
straight
any.
up, you gotta pay for them and that's it?
I'm not aware of any finance through Sourcewell.
There's not. What we've been doing is going through leasing too.
Yeah. It's just a question, do you want to pay this guy to do it, or do you want to do it yourself? I mean, that's basically what it is.
And you're not locked in. So if you don't like the way this goes, we can change and go another route.
Are there not companies out there like that say if we went to Ford or Florida Sheriff's contract or Sourcewell or whatever all these state contracts are and say, hey, we want to buy 10, we want to do a bulk finance and amortize them over 5 years and make like we do with ambulances and graders. We want to own them, but we're just going to buy them outright off the contract. We want 10 of them, amortize me over 5 years. We're going to own them so we can get 15 to 20 out of some of these.
We could do that.
Are there not options out there like that?
We could do that the same way we do our equipment, buy it off of Sourcewell and go through leasing to or another financing company.
What do those numbers look like what's that annual payment look like? I don't know what the interest rates are. I don't know, I don't know what terms they offer. Do they do 60 months?
Most of them I've seen that we've done on equipment lately has been 5.5%, 6%.
I guess
it's been just under 6 was the last one we did.
I think it was 5.5 on the last one.
I guess kind of where I'm kind of headed is we need to start replacing some of these. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know that I like the enterprise deal. But I don't want to go write a check for 10 new vehicles either. But if we can negotiate a cheaper interest rate and start doing, and this is just an idea, if we could do 10 of these or 8 of them and finance them and then stagger them like the chief kind of does his ambulances, and in 2 years, 24 months, we do another 8 and then we do another 8, and then now we kind of got a cycle going where we're not having to go write a check for 25 vehicles and buy them at one time. Yeah, you save that money on your interest, but you kill your cash flow. So that as long as that interest rate is marketable or fair.
Do you have a dollar amount?
And when we got a shop, we got guys in it. So it's like if we go to the lease program, you're going to have to start talking about cutting staff because we're leasing everything. Who's working?
They could still work on them.
But then what do we bill enterprise back? Or
you just would not have their maintenance option.
I see. So that's in addition to the maintenance option. Is that included in this $200,000 or not?
That is included, but you could pull that.
So how much is the annual maintenance per vehicle?
I'm sorry, I don't have it off the top of my head.
I probably should have it.
Well, if
It's
you
actually
get
in the
10
printout
vehicles at
that I-
$40,000 apiece, that's $400,000 amortized over 5 years. I mean, you're $80,000 to $100,000 a year. So
And you own them, and you might could get 20. What are y'all thoughts?
That's kind of the way I think is. We just buy them, lease them through a leasing like we do the equipment. We own them, it's our deal. We ain't paying.
I ain't in favor of enterprise.
Right.
I mean,
Well, I think if we lease what we do on the other trucks, lease them and then option to buy them later, and I think we should be buying this.
Mr. Chairman, 2 thoughts. One is with the Vice Chair, Mr. White's idea about buying and what that value was. You got to remember you'll be adding to that another in 2 years to keep that cycle going, so that number will grow. So the thing I like about the lease idea is when a truck gets to the right stage to let go of it early, so we get that equity back. The idea with that lease is to always keep newer vehicles, so you don't have, like we are now, 20 vehicles that are shot. It's that replenishing, because what happens with us is we get a little ahead and we go buy something, and then we wear it out till there's nothing. We keep on doing repairs, and then we go back and buy something new. There's not a fleet program we've had historically to keep decent stuff on the road for our men to use and women to use. So I'm okay either way, as long as we understand it's a reset. We got to keep repeating the process to make sure we keep on having, better stuff. And historically, downtime's what kills you. Some productivity too, but we're at a point now where we've auctioned off some of his older stuff that was shot. Now we got to replace engines and transmissions and things, and it's like the value of the truck isn't that. So either way, I'm good with. Just as long as we understand long term, there's going to be every 2 years we need another cycle of new trucks. I'll hush.
Well, that way you'd have to budget it in your budget.
Right.
This is an initial ask to get started. Right. And then after that, it'd be built into your budget.
Right.
After that.
Yeah. But how many trucks are we low on now? I mean,
Or how many trucks
how many are high mileage?
We need a good 15. I would love 10.
That's what I was thinking. 10
That would
now,
be
2 years, 10 more.
Very helpful.
Okay.
Maybe should I ask this? What is the dollar amount that you are looking at, so
What's
that
that?
I know what to work in to explore the options?
What would be the average? I haven't paid attention. I haven't bought a truck, and the sheriff might can answer this too. He's here. So what's a F-150? I don't know. We need regular cabs or four door. What do we need?
A variety.
So what would be the average? Let's just say a 4-door 4-wheel drive F-150, and then if you get some single cabs, and if you need a F-250, well then buying them.
So you're looking between 60.
Huh? 48 to 50, so 50.
So $500,000 on
10 would be $500,000. And if you bought a 2-door 2-wheel drive, well, that would allow you to maybe use that cost difference. That would be less to go buy a dually to pull equipment with or whatever.
What year was that?
Those are new.
That you just got? Thank you.
So say 50 on a 4-door 4-wheel drive.
If you did that on 5 years, that's $100,000.
Well, the other thing I was going to point out too, sitting here, as I was just thinking about it, if you do the lease thing, they got to go back at some point in time or whatever.
You keep them as long as you choose.
Okay, but we can't send them down like we have to, say, the fire department or out to the ag extension now or down the parks.
Yeah.
We just lose a lot of flexibility in the products.
You could use it in the county anywhere you wanted to.
Well, and they monitor it and come back to you and tell you, look, this vehicle is getting this amount of mileage, and it's the way I understood it anyway. And they kind of give you the heads up, you need to get rid of this vehicle because it's worth this amount of money right now.
They tell you the optimum time.
That's correct.
Well, they got so many cars out there, they're monitoring that data, so they know when this specific vehicle is about to start having problems based on the data.
So then they take that equity and put that back in for the next year for you to use against what you want. So that suggestion was just a quicker way to get there.
It is. I kind of like owning versus leasing.
I agree.
Kind of me.
And I mean, I
was a fool and leased one vehicle one time, and I think it cost me like $15,000 to get out underneath that thing.
Remember, it's not a traditional lease. I'm not saying this is the only way to go. I'm just throwing out the information for you to decide.
Sure.
Mr. Klepper, you ain't standing there for good looks. What you got?
Right. I wanted to bring this out generally yesterday, and my calendar didn't let me know about the meeting. So I'm glad this is up, and I know the least of everybody here, but I want to throw these ideas into the think pot. First thing, and I've seen a couple county employees or county vehicles implicate this, lesser cost vehicles. You know, I've seen these little Maverick trucks, which are exceptionally good value. You know, we're talking 50 on the sheriff's buying power thing on those F-150s. I don't know what the Maverick would be. I think they're, for a common citizen, they're like 35. But maybe under that, maybe they could come in for 28. You know, my thing is, I don't want to see county employees being under equipped. The working guys or ladies, yes, they need those heavier trucks so they can pull a trailer or whatever the case is. But by golly, if it's just a commuter, I don't want to see them in a $100,000 vehicle. I don't do that myself, and I can afford it, and I don't do it. You know, so I'd like to see that aspect utilized whenever there's and these department heads need to figure this out. Just blanketing, giving everybody a 4-door F-150, 250, 350, just because it looks good, that's wasteful, man. So please consider that. Yesterday, I screwed up. I admit twice I've screwed up from this podium in the time I've done it, and I admit it. But I tried to seek more information on that $70,000 a year interest we're not paying, that I thought that line of credit was utilized fully all the time. That's where I got the numbers. I didn't use Mr. Google for that. I did the math myself. And my math was correct. My information was incomplete. And I apologize for bringing that out. Not at the next regular meeting, I will admit to that. But also, to me, there's that $4.24 million that we could pay 2% interest on those vehicles. I prefer paying cash for everything. All right, and at 2%, that's a good idea. I think that would be a good way to use that principled $4.2 million to purchase them vehicles. On the lease guy, him maintaining the lease equipment, I did a rough math on that. This table here could do a better job than me. But it was about a little over, I think it's $2,300 per vehicle that he run through that lease from the time of lease to the optimum time to sell, which if we don't monitor that, Mr. Scott just said, we got some waste in there potentially. So, but I don't see the benefit of paying that guy whatever the real number is, but over $2,000 per vehicle that we get through him through the period of time we got it. I think we make better purchases by buying the appropriate equipment, not overbuying, not excessively buying adequate equipment for our employees and buying them straight out, and if it's allowed, use that $4.2 million to make that purchase. Thank you.
Well, actually, it's not 2%. You lose the interest on the CD, so it's actually 5.5%, the same as the leasing company when you get down to it, because you're putting up your money and they're charging you 2% over what you're getting the interest out of the CD for. So it's costing you 5 to 5.5% to use that line of credit money. You see what I'm saying?
What your dollar amount in there. Yeah.
But you're still you're not going to
it's a wash either way you do it. You go through the leasing company, you use your line of credit, you're pretty much going to be at the same interest rate.
All right. Still better buy it.
So let me ask this. Is there a way that we can put money aside in a budget line and say we're willing to look at spending X amount of money to work towards getting our fleet in better condition than it currently is? And I can explore some of these options instead of saying just specifically for leasing. I will have to come back to you anyway before I can purchase anything, before I can do anything, and then provide you with better information.
Well, again, I don't have a problem with that. I know it needs to be done, but I also want to take a look at what vehicles we're buying, who's driving. Like Mr. Klepper said, who's driving them, why they're driving them, do they need to be driving them? And if not, park them or don't get another one. That's the way I see it.
And I agree, because some of those, like you said, are transportation to a grader, and it just sits there all day, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Commissioner White and Commissioner Hale. I mean, and you know, we need to be very mindful because we hear it all the time. Why is this guy driving that truck? Why is this girl driving this? Like, hey, let's
all these brand new vehicles.
these commuters that are going back into the road graders, they don't need to be driving four-door vehicle. Not that they are.
Right.
Not that they are, but I'm saying in the future, we don't need to be buying F-150 four-door, four-wheel drives for a person that's just driving, one person that leaves the shop and goes to the road grader. Like, that person needs the little Maverick or a little Ford Ranger or something. I mean, that's all they're doing is commuting.
So what we've been doing is actually rotating the oldest vehicles for the road graders. I mean, we're trying, what we'll do is whatever we purchase or lease, we will try to rotate things around appropriately. So
No,
you know, just as part of the plan, the overall plan.
I just want to make sure that we're not overbuying vehicles and we got people driving vehicles just for the sake of driving vehicles.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Brenda, do you know historically if we've ever tried to, let's say, a grader operator or somebody that's working on a job to drive their personal vehicle straight to the job and start to work at the machine as opposed to shop, punch in, getting our equipment, drive to the grader?
I'm not familiar with that occurring, no, sir. Not that.
I am, because I've asked about it. There's an app they can get on their phone that you can punch in, punch out. They could drive straight to work and go to work. I think that's a big waste of time in this county for our guys to have to go. And I've been saying it, to go all the way to the shop to punch in a clock to go out to a road grader, unless he's got to get fuel or something. I get it, you know, you got to have fuel to run the grader, but I don't know. Therein lies an issue too. They're not going to want to use their personal vehicle to haul fuel. So at that point, are you going to put a service truck on to go catch all these graders? One truck catches all the graders, and them guys drive straight to work. That would be the perfect scenario for me.
It seemed like years ago we used to have the truck that would go around service and fueling the graders. Way before my time, obviously, but you know.
And I'm not so sure you couldn't hire an outside contractor to do all that. That has a service truck.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's Anderson. You see them servicing their equipment at night.
Yeah.
Their service guy works at night because their road paver guys are working, if they're working in daytime, and vice versa. If the equipment's parked beside the interstate in the daytime and they're paving at night, well, the service guys are out there in the daytime servicing and fueling all those pieces of equipment. So when the guys show up at dark, everything's service ready to roll. So I'm with Commissioner White. I don't know, you know, why if we got a road grader that lives in District 5, hell, he's driving all the way to Live Oak to clock in and get a county truck and then turn around driving all the way back to District 5. Well, we're paying him a lot of ride time just to punch a clock.
Right.
Well, we got road department in Brantford too. They can clock in.
Well, there too.
Them guys on that end of the county clock in down there. But they still come all the way to the shop to clock in and do whatever and then go.
But
My thing has always been, if it was me running it, I want that guy at that road grader, not at the shop punching a clock and driving.
Well, we'll explore that. We're looking at different other technologies too, so we can really track. You do a better job of tracking what we've done when on our equipment. We just got to be efficiency. Mr. Klepper hit on it, and he's absolutely right. Efficiencies, we got to work on those as best we can. But sometimes we have to understand too. I get these wonderful ideas, and I've been corrected in the past. But I get these wonderful ideas, and logistically it just doesn't work because of whatever. But ideas are great to explore and talk about. So, you know, if you come up with see something that's worked in other places, please share with Brenda or myself so we can, you know, revisit how that works or not.
Well,
So,
if you want to see how it needs to be done, you go look at that private contractor.
Right.
He's telling you how efficient that is. That's why he's doing it, because he's trying to make a profit.
GPS, the GPS
A lot
on
of
the
that stuff
grader.
has
we got all
It
that.
tells you if they're idling or they're moving. And it tells you if they start moving at 8 o'clock that morning.
Yeah.
7:30.
Right.
And, if we get that GIS mapping system down, that, I think there's a way you can look and see what roads were graded, when they were graded, the whole 9 yards.
Well, is there a way to, so our county operators, do they carry county cell phones?
Some do.
Some of them.
Okay, so if you went to, if you said, hey, if you're a grader operator, we don't need you at the shop. We're going to provide you with a cell phone. This is how you're going to put this app on it. We're going to put this app on there for you. We're going to issue you a cell phone. I promise you that cell phone's cheaper than him driving to the shop every day to clock in. We're going to give you a county-issued cell phone. You're going to clock in on it. We have GPS capabilities on that phone. So if you're sitting still under a shade tree for an hour and a half, there's a chance we might see that.
Or if you log in at home, you're not at the grader.
Yeah, right. Or if you've punched in like, hey, this app is going to log your GPS coordinates when you punch in. You better be at that road grader and not, well, I'm going to punch in an hour before I leave the house. Like, I believe that there'd be a way, some company out there has invented something that could do that. And we could issue just cell phones to the operators and have them report directly to the field.
We're also looking into them doing their daily operator reports that way, because currently they handwrite on a piece of paper. That gets turned in. Then Kelsey has to take that and type it into a system for us to track. And even pulling information for storms is cumbersome, because then we take that information and type it into another spreadsheet. So we are already looking at ways to make this better.
Well, I think the cell phones and those apps like that, and we can probably reach out to FAC or somebody else and see, hey, how are y'all doing this? But that cell phone's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than buying that operator a pickup truck, and it's going to save on time. But there's just got to be a way
How many
to do
road
that.
graders we got now?
We have 14.
So
We got 14 trucks driving the road graders every day.
Yep.
I would think that some of those operators would be happy that they can now drive straight to their, I mean, some of them's going to reduce mileage that they're putting on their personal vehicle just driving to the shop. So if they can drive straight to that, man, thank goodness I parked my road grader 2 miles from my house, but I'm having to drive 15 miles to get a pickup in my vehicle to get a county truck to drive back to my, and they're going to make more time. Probably going to make more time.
More efficiency on the, absolutely.
Well, isn't it a lot of those road graders up there paired up? There's two going out. Somebody see there's two on the road that's paired up grading.
Not that I've seen.
Well,
Usually
they
it's
travel
only-
together.
Usually it's only time they're paired up is if you have an actual construction project going on.
Well, how have you checked to see what what other areas are doing, other counties, how
I
they're
am
doing
talking
theirs?
to other counties.
Yeah,
and
because I see some of
that's-
them have their trucks hooked to the back of the grader, and they're carrying them.
Yes, sir.
So,
They
but
typically park the grader in the same place every night. So I guess they could park their personal vehicle in that same location. We can look into it.
if they park in the same place, then maybe they could
Because they park their
carpool the truck pool to that one area. They come in and they truck pool there, so then where you don't have 5 drivers going, all 5 graders will park at one location, and they drive there.
Right. We can look into it.
All right. Mr. Chairman, we'll do some research and fine tune our operations.
I'm going to task you with 90 days report back.
I will.
90 days. I don't want to be talking about this again next year.
Well, see, he
ain't got 90.
Well, Mr. Furry, I tasked you and Brenda 90 days report back to the board on what y'all figured out with these cell phones. But meanwhile, if we try to figure out something on 10 trucks, if y'all can figure out something on the GPS and the phones and the app for the operators, we may not need to buy 25 trucks. We may need to buy 10 or 12 and one F450 service truck that can haul 300 gallons of fuel and all the grease and hydraulic fluids. And we put one guy on night shift to servicing this equipment while it's parked. And when the operators get there in the morning, they're not sitting there waiting for the service guy to fill it and grease it. And he's just sitting there and you got 2 guys, one guy working and one guy waiting. Put a guy on night shift, runs the service truck, services, has a rotation. Tonight he's servicing 5 graders. Tomorrow night he's got 5. And we buy 10 or 12 vehicles versus 25, and we go the cell phone and the app route. Let some of these guys drive straight to their vehicle. So guys, can we figure out what do y'all want to do on 10 vehicles? We got to do something. I mean, I got 25 that's over 20 years old.
I just like owning vehicles.
Well, just put our amount in the budget and let them figure it out.
So
I will be coming back to you either way, so.
you said 120,000 gets you 10 vehicles?
To
Either-
lease.
What about
basically
owning?
12.
Probably about the same.
So,
Depends on how long we finance them out for.
okay.
Like I said, if you put her an amount in there this year to go ahead and start that whole process and while they figure all this out.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm just thinking about that 120. I don't want to be too lean and I don't want to be too heavy. So,
Well, I mean, they can come back and ask for some more if we gotta have it. I think 120 covers it.
Yeah, 120, then she can work with that, and when she can come back and ask for if she may need more.
so we're going to give you 120.
Thank you.
But you need to figure out, are you buying Ford Rangers, F-150s, or F-450s? Like, and who are those?
Why you always saying if? Why you
Chevy. It's 1,500, 2,500, or 35.
And drive Fords, that's why.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. I don't care what brand it is.
I get the point.
We'll give you 120 next year.
Ma'am?
120 next year.
120 into the budget for next year. That's going to be basically, you're going to need to say that's going to be one of 5. Because we just said 120,000.
How many trucks?
10. But that's going to be recurring.
Well, maybe not though if we eliminate 16.
We don't need it.
Or 14.
Yeah, but that 120 is going to have to reoccur for 5 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying, just give them 120 now, they can build that in their budget after this.
Next year, but that's what I'm saying. But they need to.
Yeah,
But they need
they'll
to.
have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nick, in 26, 27, you'll have that $120,000 payment that'll need to be in your budget. It'll be year 2 of 5, basically.
They were drinking.
But this will get us started.
Get you started for this year. Yeah.
Yep. Y'all got that? So take 120 out of
Yeah, just took
contingency.
the wind out of Fury's sails over there, he thought he'd figure that out, where he can get all that money
Jokes on him.
up front.
So I got $3,055,615.
Yeah.
3,055,000?
Yep. What was it?
3055.
3, 6,
Y'all going the wrong way.
Well, we done passed all our
What about
opportunities
the
to go the other
paving?
way.
Okay, so for our construction crew, if you're looking at 3 new people and all of the equipment that would be needed, we could do that for $350,000 annually.
Does that take into account, are we keeping or selling any of the equipment that we have now that's not, or
That
that's
is not
just adding
selling
to
any of it because that would allow us to continue to use that.
paver?
We'll use the existing paver, which is small, and we'll get a new paver to do actually more of what we intend to do. Whenever the small one was purchased, they didn't know a lot about it. They've been learning, and it's not adequate. So this would allow us to get, it's basically 2 sizes up on the paver, a roller and a backhoe.
Well, when we bought that paving box, that was, the main reason that paving box was bought was to take the dips out of 250 out there. That's why we bought it. And that, what we saved us going and doing those dips in that road paid for all that equipment when we done it, I remember.
Because the contractors didn't want to come do it. That job was considered small, and they want a ton of money just to mobilize. So like, we can do this a different way. So we did it ourselves.
Y'all are looking at.
This is something we asked her to bring.
We asked her to look into this.
This isn't part of that. Okay.
No,
I mean, we're probably gonna have to sit here and figure out if we're gonna do that or not, but it's nothing on the paper here.
So the 350 is a roller, a backhoe, a new paving box, and employees?
3 people.
3 people?
That would be an annual cost.
There's 6 vacants in the budget.
Got 6.
We've actually filled some of those, and we're working on filling the others.
So these are 3 additional?
Yes, this would be additional.
With the
Because this
contract and the mowing, there's nobody, like, all those
We've
guys.
We've shifted them to trying to trim trees and start dealing with vegetation issues that we've talked about.
But if we get the mower maxes, that might not relieve some of them guys of some of that, what they're doing already. I mean, I know it's just one machine right now, but
Well, the other thing is you have to think about we're so far behind. Everybody's calling in all the time, and so we're behind on maintenance. So doing some of these things like the mower max, yes, it will help us do things faster, more efficiently,
Catch up.
but it's not like we can just get rid of people or pull people from another place. We're currently on the construction crew that we have. We're currently pulling those people from
other things.
other things. Shoulder work is the one that usually suffers the most. So this would be a dedicated paving crew.
Which I would love to see.
Oh, I'm in favor. I got,
And just to throw this out, last year we were only able to pave for 6 months due to the storms. But what can happen is that other time, these people that if we can't actually pave, we have plenty for them to do.
well, Commissioner White said something yesterday, and I couldn't agree more, but, and I know when we build these roads, we want to do them to last and get the bang for the buck, but there's a bunch of them. And again, it's just personal conversations I've had when I suggest just doing an overlay. Is that what you call an overlay? You know, I get told, no, we got to dig it up, we got to do this, do that. And certainly we can find a way to overlay some of these roads that are already paved and
Some, yes.
maybe just pull out the bad areas, if you will. I know some have dips in them and washouts, but I think it'd be cost saving, time saving, just everything. If we could just do some overlaying.
We can on some, but it will definitely be site
Some will have
specific.
to be redone, but some, if you pick and choose, you can save a lot of money just resurfacing where you can resurface. If you got to dig it up and fix it, yeah, fix it. But if it doesn't need it and you can just pave over it, that's what we need to be doing.
So this would allow a crew to be working on those types of roads instead of our current situation where we're digging up.
And that's the only way I ever see the county even getting remotely close, unless we just get a pile of money from somewhere and somebody says, here you go, which that ain't never gonna happen. So this is the only way I can see for us to ever catch up is if we do it ourselves, because we can't afford an outside contractor. And we need to speed that process up.
I may be not speaking for all of you guys when I say this, but I can promise you if there's any money to be spent and us not get backlash from, it would be fixing roads.
Oh, yeah.
It would be fixing roads. So how are we spending that money to?
Mr. Chairman. Brenda, do you need any, do you have adequate dump trucks to handle hauling the asphalt if we just shuffle them around?
We haven't replaced the last one that was wrecked because we've been trying to get by without it and maybe use that money in some other places, but we would probably go ahead and at least replace that one, possibly purchase a new one, but we would like to try to start out without. That was the plan.
Okay. Well, one thing where Brenda's been working on is get that rotation of the right. I know that Mr. White brought up about graders. Is it time to start buying, not leasing? That sort of thing. We're looking at the cycle of all of our equipment, rotating it through, and how to get the best goodie out of it before it gets to where we need to get rid of it. So we got new trucks in, dump trucks in. We got the rotation established for replacing the rest of them whenever it's time.
So we're looking at, instead of the 18 months or 2 years that had been done before, we're looking at 6 years. That's where we're at now.
Okay.
So we have 2 that we received last year, new. We have 5 on order.
Okay. Good.
And then we hope to do 4 or 5 possibly the next year.
Okay.
So you need $350,000 to put us in the paving business?
Yes, sir.
Now, is that, we got 1.8 million on roads in the budget. You got enough in that? If we start paving in 30 days,
Yes, sir.
you got enough, that's enough to cover materials and whatnot?
Yes, sir.
But there's another little hiccup coming here that I don't know if Mr. Scott was going to bring it up or not, but for us to get 49 paved on out to 252, which is where it needs to be, is a $1.8 million shortfall from DOT. Well, I asked Mr. Scott to go back to DOT and ask them if we finance that $1.8 million now to finish that road up to 252, could we get that 1.8 million when we get the money for the center section? Can we get that 1.8 million maybe on another road or something instead of us paying for it and just being out the 1.8 million altogether?
Yeah, in 5 years.
Just a little backstory of that too is with the new information we got from DOT last week about what the plan was to do on 252, if we had known that that was an option when we did 49, it would look different. So the idea is to revisit those, even though we'd like to have aprons. Aprons aren't critical, but width of the pavement is the important part. So that was the idea of can we go back and add to, we already had the engineering, have to tweak it up some for not having the shoulder work if we did that on 49, but that's the kind of the backstory too.
Well, that's why I want to go to DOT and talk to them first and fit the ask and see if we can make that work somehow. So we ain't out that 1.8 million that we need for our roads that we got to pave. So I'm just one guy. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we're going to do legwork and see if we can nudge them to do that.
Have we asked DOT if they get to their next fiscal year, is there any opportunities to split the difference with them or something like that to finish it?
Normally, if it's already programmed in, it goes to the next project. I mean, they're not going to come back and
yeah, but can they find somewhere else, kind of like they told us on 250? If we can get to that next fiscal year, we'll have another box of money over here for uncompleted projects. So we could get 750 from them, or 800, or $1 million, and we come up.
I think they said that off of 250 they can skim some.
Yeah, well.
I've never been lucky enough to get them. They did that one time with me on Mitchell Road. I maybe, what was it, Greg, $300-something thousand that we were short, and I had to go back and ask, and they were able to go ahead and fund it now, and they were.
We'll revisit it and see if we can, squeak out any more.
Your
But
300 costs maybe my road.
I got there first.
But where are we at on that whole road survey thing that they were going to look at the roads and tell us which roads?
We're working on it.
We've been working on that for about a year, Miss Brenda. What we do?
We actually, about a year ago, we started asking if we could get money to do that and started talking about it. We waited on Nassau County. We were going to piggyback their contract. Ended up taking long enough to do that DOT connected me up with someone else. So we now have an agreement in place, and that was signed about 3 weeks ago.
When are they going to start surveying the roads so they can?
We will actually drive the roads ourselves. It will camera upload every day. It will go into their database. AI will go ahead and process it as we upload it. So as quickly as we can drive all the roads, we will have our information.
So you need 350?
Yes, sir.
Or you can, like I said, you can leave it in the 1.8. We ain't got to take it out of contingency right now. Let Mr. Scott go back to DOT, see what that looks like as far as 49 goes before we have to make a decision.
Why can't? So you're saying take the 350 out of the 1.8 and let her buy the equipment, because that was for road projects anyway, and then that leaves her with 1.2 and some change to buy materials and start working?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Great.
You need to come back and put it back.
This 1.8 was for roads to be repaired 2 years ago that's rolled.
Correct.
We never got a list of roads. So are y'all fixing to change the?
No, we're going to allow her, we're going to allow her to take 350,000 out of that 1.8 that's been in the budget for roads.
I mean, I haven't sent it to her yet. It's in general's budget.
She's going to take 350 of that 1.8 and go buy 3 pieces of equipment and hire 3 guys. And the rest of that money will be used to purchase materials to start fixing roads.
Every
No,
month we'll get new paved roads.
we still need a list of.
We do not need a list of roads.
We still.
Only give her 350 out of this.
We don't need a list of roads.
Get a list of roads.
Yep.
We do not need a list of roads. We just need the money in the pot to pull from for every road we get on.
Yeah, but the board needs to agree on what roads are going to go
The board
fit.
voted on that.
Right.
I think it's been working well whenever staff makes decisions on what road's most important. Historically, I mean, if we use the technology to do that, but go back in history,
No,
we get in a contest up here about.
I see what you're saying. I do this. I just tell the guys that were there might find the most problematic road or the one
Yeah, I'm
with
good
the
with
most
that.
calls on, and y'all handle it.
Yeah, I'm good with that because I
And that
don't.
means District 5's fixing to get a bunch of hate.
Well, that's why I wanted that company, that equipment to come in and look at our roads so it doesn't get
Let
political.
4 other commissioners clarify something. We won't pick the roads. We'll pick how many get done in each district in order.
We'll put roads in that need to be picked, and then we would choose. They would choose the road.
Every time I call for something, well, we're down in Branford right now. Oh, we're over in Welborn right now.
Or I'll use the money out of my ditch from Peacock for the paving machine. I'll let y'all use it every now and then.
All right, so Miss Brenda was, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Nah,
Thank you, Ms. Brand. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
You guys have fun with this.
Thank you.
Brenda, did you want to talk about skid steers or anything?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to hear about skid
Are you saying you
steers.
don't need a list of roads now? That are,
No, we'll let that be handled. I don't know. We did vote on that, guys, that we did. I remember that being part of our discussion.
We just put our roads
I don't
in,
mind
and they'll
staff
select
taking-
which roads.
Just picking those roads. They know what needs to be done. I
And
would
this one is bad.
Yeah, they've been picking
Send the
them.
whole
Yeah.
1.8 over there and just let them know.
I would think,
350?
y'all don't want that.
I would think
Just
that would
isolate
need to be
350.
approved by us.
Yeah.
350.
They can come to us and say,
We're gonna need this much money.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even before, if you adhere to the purchasing policy, yeah, just because we're going to leave them the difference between the 1.8 and the 350, they can't go sign a ticket for 150,000 without having board approval for
Well,
it.
we're just buying a load of asphalt at a time.
Gregory talking about we.
That's right.
He didn't leave.
Chewbacca ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, he does.
You got what you need, Nina?
I think so.
Miss Brenda, you good? I'm trying
Let's talk about it.
to keep
Yeah, let's go.
keep this show going.
Steers in the already budgeted equipment line.
All the stuff you need. I know you was bashful about, just pretend you're the chief for the day.
I think there's 1.8 in here.
What else you need? You need something else?
I don't know.
Not additional funding.
So no big deal.
I plan to purchase a skid steer and a couple of trailers and things out of the already budgeted equipment line.
Okay.
Okay. So we're still at $3,055,615 contingency. What else? Mr. Scott, Chewy.
50,000
So,
for the land acquisition.
yeah, so yesterday we talked about land acquisition, and we did the shuffling between board's budget and economic development. It's like $50,000 less than we had budgeted last year for land acquisition. We can either keep it just in money in contingency and just come when we got to come to y'all anyway and you ask for funding for land acquisition, or you can put it back in the board's budget or economic development's budget for those line items. But there's about $50,000, or it was $50,000 less in this year's budget than it was in last year's budget. Your call.
Guys.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, they gotta come ask anyway, so just leave it contingency.
Leave contingency, I thought that was.
When they get it.
Leave contingency, I thought that was.
Come get it.
Contingency, I thought that was.
I'm good with that. We can continue.
But I get
Ask
that,
anyone.
I get the other side of it too, then you don't have really a placeholder, it's free game.
We both has got money in the budget, but you could hold it until you need to come back and move.
I'm good with it staying in the board's budget and they just ask for it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So no change.
No change.
Mr. Scott, do you have, or do you foresee, you and Mr. Furry, do y'all see any compression issues with that study that we're in the process, I think, wrapping up, that might need to be addressed this coming budget year?
I know there's going to be some. We're probably, a few weeks out from, probably a month out from getting the final report. And we need to talk at least philosophically about how we want to approach that, whether it's set aside some money and let department heads kind of go through and just kind of chart out a plan, or if you want to write a big check and do it all at one time, that's an option too. But if we find that, I'm not sure where we are, how much compression we have, but.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir, Commissioner White.
on that issue, I'd like to see what all that looks like. And then we'll fund that as necessary.
Okay.
Or this is my opinion on that. We fund that and it's necessary out of contingency when it happens.
Yeah, I bring it up just to update, but hey, y'all be mindful, because not to give it now because we don't know what it looks like, but that might have to come out later throughout the fiscal year out of that $3 million. If there's what those issues are like.
So, Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
in our last meeting, and they've had some changeover in staff, so this guy, the new person, is catching up, but they are a little behind, and they're anticipating they would like to come to the board and do their report maybe the 1st of September. I don't know if you want to have a workshop or do it maybe before a budget hearing. We were looking at some tentative dates, and I think is it the 4th that we have our tentative budget hearing that evening? Is that right? September 4th? If that might be something that would be doable, where he could come and do a presentation to go over that report with you guys before, since you already be here, or what your thoughts are on how to address him getting before you guys.
I got 5:05 on the 5th, a budget hearing.
Maybe this the 5th, the tentative hearing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm off on that then, but
to answer your question, yes, I think, and I'll ask the board, we'll poll the board.
September 5th's a Friday.
That's what I got. If I got 9/5 at 5:05, am I wrong, Keith?
Thursday.
He's trying to
Is it
find
Thursday?
I had Thursday the
It's the
4th.
4th. Okay, well, I've
But
been,
everybody else confirmed.
just ask my wife. I've been wrong
We're gonna
before.
miss on that Friday.
9/4 at 5:05.
Tentative budget hearing, the first one.
Okay, so guys, I would prefer that we come in a little earlier and do a workshop so we can actually sit here and hash it out and talk about it and have a presentation, versus putting it on the agenda item and we got all these time specifics and all this other stuff that happens, and we drag out in a Board of County Commissioner meeting for 2 hours when we're just sitting here brainstorming.
That's
What do y'all think?
I think do it before.
I'd say we can put an hour and a half on there, and if we get done a little early, so if we did
3:30.
3:30
On what day?
on the 4th, because we got a budget hearing, tentative budget hearing at 5. What if we did 3:30 and did a little workshop on that compression study? Y'all better, or y'all want it on the agenda?
No, we do that hour and a half before.
That's
Yeah.
So we're gonna start at 3:30?
Do it then rather put it on the agenda.
Yeah, I mean, we won't be making any decisions. It'll just be educational and brainstorming, so it ain't like we're gonna vote on
I said
anything.
4:30, he said 4, what'd you say?
I said 3:30.
3:30.
Well, if we get done a little early, you just take a 20-minute break. 3:30 on the 4th. Staff, can y'all advertise a workshop to the public for 3:30 on the 4th to discuss that? I don't know what all you put in that ad, but we'll do the compression study presentation.
Yep, we got it.
So 3:30.
My brain's tired. Are we done?
Anything else?
Start working with that paving, it will be worried.
Coming up with all them roads.
Are you all there?
September 4th at 3:30.
You confirmed the budget.
That's right.
It's in the hearing report, right?
September
Yes.
4th.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Okay.
Yes.
Any other budget stuff?
Mr. Scott, is there anything else?
I don't have anything.
Any other staff got anything else before we close this down?
Shut her down.
I need to play
So
some
we're
ball.
holding at that contingency number 3. Okay.
I got $3,055,615.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the highest we've had in a long time. Did we do all right?
I
Yes.
did great.
Oh, okay.
Higher than we started.
We'll talk later.
Get a nasty gram.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
Jimmy might have something back here.
I didn't know anything about it.
I got all this passed out to me. We fixing to meet him on some other stuff?
I was told that while I was out that y'all wanted to discuss personnel rules.
Well, shouldn't we look at them first?
Yeah.
I was told there's a workshop now for that or something.
Well, I just got it.
That's the fire
So do
safety.
we need to add that into the
No.
same workshop?
Employee handbook.
3:30?
Let's move the,
Employee handbook.
y'all okay with that? Can we move this and y'all digest this what we just got?
Y'all just read.
Huh? Yeah, I see you.
Y'all might be sliding something in.
Oh, not the,
That's the fire safety.
fire safety is just informational.
This is informational.
That's just to tie into the personnel policy.
Yeah, it's for you to review at your leisure.
Hey Greg, it's Mike Kimber. If you would call me back.
Okay. Y'all got anything else? Are we missing anything else? Did we get it all? Nina, Keith, Mr. Hanukkah? We're leaving contingency at $3,055,000, $3,055,615. That is probably the highest that we've left contingency in the last
Since I've been.
5 years, 6, 7, 8 years.
Longer than that.
So good job, guys.
Good job, board.
Maybe at the end of this coming fiscal year, we'll still have $1 million in there we can put to reserves. Be the first time that's happened in a while too, wouldn't it? Put 3 in there? Jeez. Okay.
We gonna pay some roads.
That's what we.
All right, y'all got anything else? I got a motion to adjourn.
A second.
A motion to adjourn by Commissioner White, a second by Commissioner Perkins. All in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. 5-0.